Right.
Curse of Strahd.
Bum, bum, bum.
Bum.
Last we left off, you guys were camped outside the village of Barovia with Irina and Ismark. All of you have agreed to take Irina Koliana to the village of Alaki, where because previously she was being threatened by something vile that was haunting the town. On your way over to the Valaki, you first had to, in order to get Irina to leave her village of Barovia, you guys agreed to help bury their deceased father, her and Ismark's. On your way there, ran into some more trouble again with a vampire spawn locked in the basement, done by locked in there by a man named Father Lucian, and then it was later discovered the vampire's spawn was his son Doru. You guys killed Doru, and in return for murdering his son, the father agreed to bury the father of Irina and Ismark, and also the deceased burgomaster. They're both one and the same person. Let me clear that up.
Yeah,
After
and we
that, you guys decided to leave the village, camp about a mile outside of the village of Barovia, heading west down the road to make your way to Valaki. And now you guys wake up in the morning, and previously where there was once a moonlit stars and a beautiful night sky, you notice that with the daytime it is far less beautiful. Black clouds cover the sky, almost reminding you, Bathris and Malkacha, of the Underdark in some ways. Not as dark, but you seem a lot more comfortable in this daytime than you would anywhere else. For Simone and Kayan, you've never seen clouds this black before in your life. It is off-putting and jarring. The roaring of the campfire slowly rests you all up from your slumbers, and as you do, you see that your horses are already being tended to Ismark and Irina, a little further off in the distance. The two of them seem to be discussing something in terms. But with that said, what do you guys want to do?
Well, Kayan would like to just start a morning with a few stretches and a quick prayer to Hoar for protection throughout the day. And then he's going to go up straight to the brother and sister.
Yes?
Sorry. Can I do a survival check to see if there's some like small animal or something to rustle up for breakfast?
Sure, roll survival.
Oh, that would be just a 10.
That'll actually do it. You're able to get... Hold on. Ugh! Should whip out my own dice. Alright. So, there we go.
He said whip it out.
You're able to hunt down at least 3 to 4 small hares. Something that you can make a stew out of.
For stew.
So I start making a breakfast while Kayan's doing his thing.
Okay. Alright, sounds good.
And I'll start the morning with my my normal morning prayers to Immerden. And yeah.
Okay. Roll a religion check for me.
Okay. Let's see. My religion. 7.
7? Okay.
You're so religious this morning.
I know.
You religion the shit out of that roll. I want you to... You only rolled a 7?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, no religion point, sorry. That's just not gonna cut it. Alright. The rest of you are waking up. Malkacha, Simone, is there anything you would like to do real quick?
Simone is going to meditate and probably walk the perimeter of the camp and try and get a feel for the area.
Make a nature check.
Wow, that was terrible.
We're starting off great, guys.
Yeah, great
Yeah.
start, guys.
Yeah. That is going to be an 8.
Okay. As you wander around the camp, you wander a little too far, and as you do, you come across a river. The river flows as clear as a blue winter in this sky through. This river flows as clear as a blue winter sky through the valley. As it's, you notice it's the only source of water, and it's really clear. You can see some fish actually floating down the river and stuff.
I'm going fishing.
Survival
she's
check.
really excited
Do you
about that.
have the required equipment?
I have, where the heck is it? In my inventory. D&D Beyond, get it together.
You can find a stick. I have endless black thread.
No, I have an item because we were allowed one item. I went ahead and got it was like the staff that turns into a fishing rod when you say the magic word.
Nice.
So
I
I'm
forgot
going
that's
fish-
an item. All right.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that.
Yep. So that's hopefully I fish better than I made my survival check there. What was I rolling again? I'm sorry.
Survival.
Okay. I'm much better at that. That's a 14.
You get a good trout. And also you kind of sink the line back in and you get a salmon too.
Nice.
Please tell me you just turn into a bear.
Very diverse ecosystem here.
Yeah, please turn
Didn't
into a
even think
bear and eat that salmon.
It's crazy. All of a sudden there was a swordfish in there. I don't know where it came from.
You catch a great whale.
All right.
Awesome.
Malkacha.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have her eat her rations right now while doing a little bit of target shooting.
Okay. So mark off 1 rations.
Yep.
And are you aiming for something in particular? How do you practice your target?
A tree. I just kind of like carve a little target into it.
You're currently in a valley.
Oh, a valley, right? Sorry.
Valley tree.
A valley tree, exactly. I was just about to
Who
say.
doesn't mind being shot at? No. Yeah.
Probably won't be the first time.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe she'll just check her, or practice with her dagger for a bit.
Okay. All right. So you kind of work with your dexterity in terms of the actual vocabulary for it, not the feet. You kind of play with your blade in between your fingers and kind of Jack Sparrow gold coin it along, and
yeah.
it looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool. Roll sleight of hand.
I will. Oh, that's not bad. 23.
Shit. Yeah. She
take
tosses
it.
it up in the air. She picks it between 2 fingers and does it again a few times. It looks really pretty freaking badass.
Hey, you guys impressed by this? Huh?
All right. And with all of those checks made, you do notice Ismark and Irina are already tending to the horses, and they do seem to be discussing something.
And Kane was walking over.
Yeah,
to him.
Yeah.
I'll go right up to him. So, are we ready to set out?
Well, we were just talking about that. To be quite frank. There's a bit of an issue.
What kind of issue?
The only horse that our family had was this old mare. She's been rather good to us, but well, the bottom of the matter is I'm not riding bitch, is what Irina says. Well, she can't carry us both. So it's been a bit of an issue.
You're welcome to ride with me.
And she kind of looks at you like,
Either of you.
right, give us a moment. You can see them, she kind of goes up,
Can I do like a perception to see if I notice what they're talking? If I can like
Can you
piece
read
together?
lips?
I can't.
No. Unfortunately not. But go your best and roll a insight check.
Hey. Well, that's not bad. Not bad. And I'm using you, not that one because... Oh, it didn't go up at all. Okay, that is 17.
17?
Yep.
You can see it's like from the body language that they're kind of like expressing that like, oh, you know, it's two siblings fighting right now about who's gonna ride Dad's old horse, and one like Ismark thinks it's probably is getting like a really embarrassed like kind of like body conscious sort of issue, being like, I'm not gonna ride on the back of some other dude's horse, and she's like, when I'm wearing plate mail armor. And the arguments, it's heated for a little bit, but they come back and you see Irina kind of go, she gives in. Whose horse is the really sturdy one, the one that looks like a war horse? Oh, well, that's great.
That's why I offered.
Yes. Well, do you think he could carry both us in our armor and weapons?
Do I think that?
I mean, it's a really buff-looking horse, so
Yeah,
it easily probably could. Like, you don't have to roll any check to handle it. Figure that out. And then she's like, "All right, well, sounds good." And she kind of like takes the way for the rest of the horses, and Ismar carries the rest of the reins and kind of hands you 2 horse reins, and like, let's get everybody going.
I pass out horses.
Okay. Oh, and 1 dog, just kind of like.
That's my dog.
And it comes up and licks Noakes' face. It's starting to get rather used to him now.
Don't forget taters.
I toss the dog a
It
bit
licks
of
in its
rabbit.
ear. It's
Oh,
a really
boy.
weird thing. All right. So, what were you doing, Bathurst?
I toss a bit of rabbit at the dog and say, "Good boy."
Okay. It kind of looks to you first, Noakes. It's a well-trained dog.
Had it for one day.
We have a special
bonded.
bond. We have a special bond.
You rolled a good animal handling check last time you checked. All right. Okay. With that, Ismar kind of looks towards you. He's like, Valaki is only about a day's journey at the most. We should be there in a matter of hours. So,
Is there anything we should be aware of on the way there?
Vistani, if we stick to the main road, there shouldn't be a problem. But wolves, dire wolves, it's another thing.
Any more like?
I forgot to turn off the notifications.
Your voice changed there, man.
Yep.
Bismarck, are you okay?
Any more similar to what was in the basement in the church?
Maybe. It would be rather rare, I won't lie to you. But if there is, we're not unprepared. And he kind of like reaches it, like he tosses his kind of leather coat aside and he brings out a wooden stake and
Everyone?
carved it out to some of this the wood I scavenged back in the church. So it's consecrated too.
Does Vathras hear this conversation?
Yes.
Like, are you guys okay? So hearing that, Vathras does also open his chest and put a couple of stakes into his belt because they came in my Monster Hunter chest.
Do you have any spares of those?
I have 5 total, so I'll give you one.
All right.
It's probably best to spread them out amongst all of us.
So I will give everybody one, and I will keep just one for myself. I will not be selfish.
Aww.
Roll charisma check.
Thanks, man. Roll charisma check. I'm half good at that. 17.
Thanks, Mathras.
We're genuinely grateful because of that check.
Yeah, I have radiant magic, so I'm feeling pretty good.
Does that mean you don't take a stake?
No, I'll take a stake.
Okay.
He said he feels good, not suicidal.
All in character. All in character. Okay. And with that said, Ismark's like, alright, well, let's get out of here while we can. Start the journey out. And you guys begin your journey forward into the dark day of the Barovian. Dawn, yeah. And as you work your way forward, you eventually exit the valley as the village of Barovia slowly grows, shrinks in the distance. And as you do, you
No.
you come across a bridge that you kind of work your way over. It's this nice solid bridge. It actually kind of crosses the river that you were just looking at earlier, Simone. And as you do, when you finally make your way past the river, you make a slight turn in between the woods, and nothing bothers you as of right now. And it seems to be a pretty smooth journey. However, you then come to a crossroads, and an old wooden gallows creaks in a chill wind that blows down from the high ground to the west. A frayed length of rope dances from its beam. The well-worn road splits here, and a signpost opposite of the gallows points off in 3 directions: Barovian Village to the east, Tesser Pools to the northwest, and Ravenloft/Valaki to the southwest. The northwest fork slants down and disappears into the trees, while the southwest forks cling to an upward slope. Across from the gallows, a low wall crumbling in places partially encloses a small pod of graves enshrouded in fog. And Ismar kind of looks to all of you and says, well, we could take the shortcut, but Vistani are that way. I think it would be best for us if we just stuck to the road, yeah?
Who's buried here?
Villagers from our village, random warriors from a war long ago. And as you guys are riding, you do feel Irina kind of like tugging at your waist a little harder, and she's like, "Don't make it weird." She keeps rocking. I want everybody to make perception checks at this point.
Also, I don't make it weird.
Roll a charisma check.
7.
Perception, you said?
So, perception. Dope.
22.
12.
21.
Dang you guys.
Right?
Okay.
Awkward moment when we're carried by a kobold.
All of you kind of everyone kind of looks over across, the distance of valley of Barovia that kind of looks up before them and begins talking. However, Simone, you hear a creaking noise behind you coming from the gallows. Where there was nothing before, now hangs a lifeless gray body. The breeze turns the hanged figure slowly so that it can fix its dead eyes upon you. And as you see it, it's you.
Oh, snap.
Oh, shit.
What?
Check your pulse. Check your pulse.
Do any of the rest of us see it?
You notice the body is there now. Yeah. But it's
Is
not
it-
Simone. It's not what you see.
What do we see?
You just see a
Generic body of villager number 3?
a villager, late woman, maybe in her late 30s. She's been there for a while. Hair's kind of greasy, but Simone, you lock eyes with it, and it's definitely you.
She's just silently like losing her shit right now.
Okay.
Simone, are you okay? You look a little pale.
And she points at the body and says, "It's me."
No.
Oh.
No. You're
that's
right.
not you.
No.
No,
I mean-
it's
It looks nothing like
Getting
you.
Some funny flowers when back there.
no. It's and she'll like
And Ismark is like, it's the woods playing tricks on your mind. It's not a real thing. Don't worry about it. It happened. I saw myself that once. It's nothing. Don't worry.
So the paths that were available to us were Ravenloft and Valaki, Barovia Village, and what was the other one?
The Tesser pools.
Okay.
And Ismark said you should probably stick to the road going to the southwest.
Yeah.
That marked Ravenloft and Valaki.
Yeah.
It's safer to stick to the roads this time around.
I inquire as to what exactly the shortcut is.
It would bring us past the Tesser pools. He
It's
points
in
to
the
sign.
So we'd head in the opposite direction?
No,
Forget that noise.
we would be heading in the same direction. Honestly, the road is a bit longer, but Novistani. And Irina says, I like that plan.
Yes.
I'm
I
for getting out of here.
Let's go the safe path.
Let's go, taters.
Love tater.
Okay, everyone make animal handling checks now, please.
All right. Love it.
Ooh! Oh,
10.
16.
wow. 18.
21.
Okay. And can I get your marching order real quick?
I'm
I
probably
will
somewhere
lead the
towards
way.
the front. Then I'll be right behind Kane.
I will be next.
I'll be behind Simone.
I guess the dog will take the back.
Well, where's our buddy?
He should probably be near the
Near your
Near-
sister?
yeah.
So
I would
it's
put him-
Ismark and Kayan leading the pack.
That's what I would say, especially because he knows the area better.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I assumed he was sort of leading you guys.
Yeah.
Question. Completely off-topic question. The breathing book that we had, did we take that with us?
Yes.
Okay. Curious.
Forgot about that.
I didn't.
And it wasn't breathing so much as it just kind of like. It wasn't like Harry Potter, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
like a
just
book. It
how
just
I
kind of seemed to
described it in
emanate a
my
book, and
Yeah.
But
For some
wasn't it-
reason, I still have it on me.
Yeah.
Wasn't it only Malkacha that saw it breathe, though?
Yeah.
she
Well-
heard it. Yes,
Or
and
heard it.
you
Yeah.
know, it was a really pretty book. It was leather bound, black leather. You know,
It looks unique as hell. She wants it.
yeah, it's locked.
Somebody probably cares about it. I should keep it.
It also has a it also has this
Exactly.
crest on it, that of a raven and a castle in the background.
Yeah.
It actually looks,
Oh, yeah.
actually looks kind of nice. Okay.
We should burn it.
As you guys continue forward, you go forward relatively, again, unharmed thanks to your traveling of the roads. However, let's see. Simone,
Yes.
or no, Bathras, I'm sorry.
What's up?
You hear all of a sudden as you begin. Yeah, about an hour. It takes you about an hour and a half until you come up to what seems to be a slight. Comes to the cliff, and you pass over the river and do see the crashing waterfall coming over. But to your right, on the opposite side of where the cliff and the waterfall is, you hear a.
Just like a
Make including Malkacha, because I'm saying she's familiar with the sound. Make a history check.
history check.
You say me
13.
as well? Sorry.
Yes.
Oh God. 8.
You've heard. You have traveled together long enough, and with Noakes too, to know what the cocking of a crossbow sounds like.
Oh.
Oh shit. Guys, get down.
Yeah, I take cover.
Get
And
down.
And along with Malkacha, I'm like, crossbow!
Yeah.
And I hop off my horse and kind of hit the ground.
Yeah, same here actually.
Okay. And as you get ready, seemingly nothing happens as of right now. But make perception checks, everybody.
Oh,
This was better.
19.
12.
21.
Oaks with the perception.
Who got a 19?
Me.
I did as well.
Okay.
I got
I'm
20.
the only one with a low roll.
Okay, so everyone but Vathris. You do see what seems to be a human commoner
More human than you.
with his crossbow. It looks to be of a heavy made variety, just kind of like eyeing you right now. And he's like, "Who are you? Where are you going?"
Velaki.
What
Could
are
I
you?
try slipping into the shadows and try and sneak behind him?
Yeah, roll stealth.
Alright. Oh, 16.
Okay. Malkacha's gone. He's like,
I can
So-
see her.
Pan will walk straight out, out, hands up.
"Alright,
As
that's good. Keep it where I can see him."
So do I see this guy now, or am I still too busy cowering like a bitch?
Yeah, you don't see him, but you definitely hear him coming from the woods out to your right. And Malkacha, as you kind of work your way through the woods, you do notice two children and a woman. And as you kind of work your way back, you just see the man holding the crossbow, and the woman and the children are behind them.
do we see the Do I see the children?
No,
as
only
I'm walking?
Malkacha now.
We're simply trying to get to Velaki.
I'm going to arm my crossbow at the woman and child and demand that he lower his weapon.
Shit.
And with the he looks back and sees you, Malkacha.
Don't test me.
Roll an intimidation check
Oh,
with advantage.
woohoo! 15? Oh, 17 then.
All right. And he puts the crossbow down. He kind of brings out both hands, puts the loaded bolt down, takes off his bolt around from his bolt quiver from around his waist, and also tosses it on the ground as well.
Okay, I'm gonna keep my crossbow on him and I'm gonna say, Bathros, grab the bolts. Unarm him.
Who are you? Well, Vathris is running up and
Vathos, as I walk up, I kind of just like sigh, and I'm like, again with the threatening Malkacha,
It's effective, isn't it?
and I move the weapon away.
Okay. You work your way over, and the man and his family kind of come out, and Ismark begins to recognize him, and he's like, "Alton?" And he's like, "Ismark," and they both kind of recognize each other for a little bit. He's a hunter. It's no threat to anybody. Where are you going? He's like, "We're going to Krezik." And he's like, "Okay, well, can I ask why?" It's like, "The Devil's wolves have gotten more aggressive and can't risk to be in the woods any longer. Can you tell your friends to, let my family go?"
Oh, yeah, okay.
And with that, he's like, "Well,
Yeah, sure. Why not?
thank you." And my crossbow, please.
Didn't say you could have that back.
back the crossbow.
Vathos gives him back the crossbow, but he does hold the bolts back for a minute.
And the
'Cause-
bolts.
He
Come
will give them
on.
back, but Vathos is a little perturbed as well, because this guy tried to shoot first and ask questions later.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, next time,
You haven't been in this land
be
long, have you?
cordial.
I know.
Simone shakes her head.
I've lived
What's the worst thing you could imagine?
Tell me the worst thing you can imagine, Hunter.
It's pretty dark here.
I like it.
Okay.
I hand him back his crossbow bolts.
And Ismark, Irina, and Alton and his family all begin talking and trading stories. There seem to be something of more children from families within the woods who are starting to disappear more and more often. And then also, Irina and Ismark also mentioned that old women have been marching through Barovia, the village of Barovia lately, and seemingly taking children from off the streets. Ismark tried to stop it once, but he seemingly passed out.
Passed out from what?
I could not tell you. I just had my sword drawn. I knew the child, its parents. I don't know. I woke up on the street on the cobblestones.
Where are you guys headed?
We're going to Valaki.
They're going to Valaki too?
They're going to Valaki too, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, they're going to Kresik, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
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 Oh.
Is it going to be safer there?
Oh, it's an old church. Used to belong to some elven saint, from what we understand. And, yeah, I think we should be safe. We're gonna cut across the valley, not take the roads. Get there shorter, equal distance, and should be there before sundown. But if you stick to the roads here and make it to Valaki, you let the carnival master who lent us his rations, Rictavio, know that they were greatly appreciated. If you find yourself there. And Ismark's like, yeah, of course.
Do you know much about him?
Who, this Rictavio?
Yeah.
We're looking for him.
Are you? No, he traveled, with a large caravan, and another man. Familiar man. From a distance, but I couldn't place my finger on him.
What did he look like?
Wearing a hood.
He was wearing a hood, yes. They both were. But,
So
I suppose it was a vague question.
was he wearing clothes?
Maybe.
but yeah, he's blonde, very gaunt in face, very pale. Mustache, very handsome man. And the wife's like, yeah, very handsome actually.
Well.
You don't say.
The Rictavio, he was older, human, kind of bald on top.
We've met him.
So, yeah. Well, we should make our way. We should get going. All right.
Safe travels.
Best of luck.
Oh, and your friend Rictavio, he seemed to be looking for somebody. Not
Did he say?
somebody's, not like you don't, but just somebody. You wouldn't have happened to run into an Esmeralda yet, have you?
No.
Not that I know of.
Not that we
No.
know of.
Interesting. All right.
I'm gonna hand them one ration before they go.
Oh, we have plenty. We don't.
Okay.
Thank
Well,
you.
then fine.
Thank you. And as you guys begin working your way back down, you all say your goodbyes. And with that, you continue on a little more forward. And roll animal handling checks for me again.
19.
14.
14.
Okay.
9.
As you guys begin working your way down, you have some trouble kind of getting your horses, and it kind of impedes you. You begin working your way down the cliff face, and it's really loose here, even for the road. Ismar kind of points out to the looser, like road that you could have gone down, which was a shortcut. He was like, I told you. So he begins working your way down. Irina kind of tugs on a bit like little tighter this time. She's like, just don't make it weird. The entire time she's like, just a reminder.
I hope one day you do make it weird.
Make it weird.
I rolled
Just
to make
because
it
she keeps
weird.
on asking you.
Maybe it's like one of those code things.
Make it weird. That sounded way weirder than I wanted it to be.
Yeah,
Right?
I'm sorry for making us take this tangent.
it's okay.
There's much regret.
Okay.
Sorry, just dying. We're good.
Good.
Oh no.
If you die in real life, you die in the game.
Game over, man.
Oh, I won out. That's it.
All right. Okay, everyone, roll me perception checks, please.
Oh, nat 20.
Oh my god, natural one.
Oh no.
10.
You guys finally make your way down the cliff, Kip, and as you do, the cliff face, and as you do notice the dreadful sight of Ravenloft kind of like overlooking almost the entirety of the valley, kind of like Simba looking over his kingdom in a little weird way. And as you continue down forward, you notice further off in the distance, kind of off the western side of the road, a strange hunched over looking creature. It seems to be savage in a way. And it's just like
How
I
large
will-
is it? What's the size?
about your size. No.
About my size.
Yeah.
Oh.
I will point it out to my riding companion. Do you know what that is?
I don't know.
You're not my riding companion.
Never seen. It looks like a person, almost like a small child.
That's
Not what I thought children looked like.
Oh no. Don't tell me.
vampire baby.
And you
Little
begin
vampires.
you begin working your way deeper down, and as you do, you the gaunt figure with wild hair. It's a gaunt figure with wild hair and bare feet bound towards, but it starts to bound towards you on all fours, wearing a tattered gown of stitched animal skins. You can't tell whether it's a man or a woman. It stops, sniffs in the air, and starts laughing like a lunatic. The ground nearby is crawling as it just kind of starts coming towards you. I need everybody to roll initiative now.
Kill it, kill it, kill it. 14.
22?
Okay, I got 20 modified.
20 modified.
Yeah.
All right,
modified.
so off the top.
16.
Nice. Okay, 20 up.
Up
Bathras.
20.
Okay. Bathurst Noakes. 15 through 20.
16.
All right. And 10 through 15.
14.
And then Simone, what'd you get?
I got a 9.
You got a 9?
Yep.
Alright, so then it'll be Easemark, Simone. Alright. Bathras, what do you do?
Alright, so how far is the creature from me?
As of right now, it is probably about 40 feet away.
Okay. So I am going to jump off my horse,
Alright.
and I'm going to draw my weapons,
Alright.
and I'm going to use a bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark, which will give me on myself.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, on it.
Alright. Sure,
it.
go ahead.
When-
On
You
yourself.
don't say.
My bad. I was thinking like bless. No, I cast Hunter's Mark on it.
Okay.
And I just wait for it to get up within range.
Okay, let me turn on the music real quick. Okay. As you do, you hold your action. Okay, so up it's going to be Noakes.
Okay. I'm going to lift off my dog
Okay.
into the air.
All right.
I'll go up I'll say about 10 feet.
Okay.
10, 15 feet. Yeah, 15 feet is good.
You're about 60 feet away, but your flying speed is 60, right?
My flying speed is 30. So, what I will do is pull that up. There we go. Okay. So I'll lift up, and actually, I'll move out 30 feet towards the creature,
Okay.
and then I will pull out my hand crossbow and fire.
Okay, roll to hit.
And so that's +6. So 14 plus 6 is another modified 20.
That is going to hit.
Okay. And that is +4. So 5 plus 4 is 9 points of piercing damage.
9 points of piercing damage.
Yes.
Okay. As you see Noakes kind of and just kind of dives over all of your heads, and as he does, he whips out a crossbow and just and you see the bolt straight into the creature, going and it bites the bolt and just kind of and just starts eating it, just the bark wood of it, and then all of a sudden you see it its skin visibly go and turn to bark, almost like wood, and it starts crawling after you again. Vathris, it is now going to provoke an attack of opportunity by you, or it activates your action.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna stab it with my short sword.
Okay, roll to hit.
That's going to be
11
Yes.
is gonna miss, unfortunately. So Vathris, you're kind of caught off guard by the just fast-moving nature of the like this just savage-looking druidic form, as it just kind of and none of you happen to speak druidic, do you? No.
No.
You do.
Yes, do.
We have a druid.
Yeah, exactly. It speaks in it's raspy, and it's almost like it just lost all of its voice somehow. However, it still exudes a scream, and it's like, I am going to kill you all. As it's screaming at you. However, I need Vathris to make a dexterity saving throw.
Today I'm half bad at those. 9.
Can you move the mic a little closer?
Sorry, 9.
9? Okay. It's a natural 10. As the druid kind of shifts right past you, you do notice the moving earth that was surrounding it too, and you just see these almost branch-like things start working your way up your legs, and as they do, they kind of grasp in, and you feel what seems to be sharp thorns just kind of begin piercing your pants, and as they do, you take 6 points of piercing damage, and you are now grappled, essentially. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So, but the druid continues past, and as it does, it's going to. You see what seems to be like magic energy start formulating from its hand, and start goes, and you see 3 bolts just like appear out of nowhere, and as they do, they are going to Malkacha.
Yes.
Does a 16 hit you?
16 exactly, yep.
Okay, so you are going to take, bam, 4 points of force damage on the first missile,
First.
5 points on the second, and 4 points on the third.
Alright.
And as it does, you just see it kind of like this almost fiery like orbs begin just as soon as you turn around, just straight up hit you on the chest and kind of knock you back off of your horse. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Natural 20.
Okay, you just slide off your horse. It's the coolest thing. It knocks you right off, but you're just like, I was doing this anyway.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Helped me with that.
Yeah, exactly. All right, making it Kayan's turn.
How far away from me is it?
It is now kind of 10 feet behind you.
Okay, I will get off my horse.
All right.
Slide off. I will get right up next to it, and I will attack using Fighting Spirit as my bonus action to give me a bit. May as well try to see if I can get it. Natural 20. No. So that is 27 to hit.
That's going to hit.
And that is that is 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage?
Yep.
All right. You see Kane just kind of like, Irina kind of just like lets go real quick and just kind of like, as you're sliding off the horse, she kind of hops in the front and just kind of takes the reins of the horse herself. And as you do, you just kind of like samurai jack over and just shing, and you feel your blade hit the flesh of the creature, but the wood is so strong, it's almost like an elven wooden shield that is just like, and it just kind of halts halfway through, but you see the creature just kind of in pain as it makes its way forward. Making it, is there anything else you want to do?
No.
All right. Okay. So, Malkacha, your turn.
Okay. I don't even know if my arrow would do much damage at this point. But I'm gonna try it.
That's the spirit.
Because I fell backwards from the horse, right?
Yeah.
Could I use the horse as concealment?
Sure. Yeah. As cover
Why
or
not?
as in like to hide?
Yeah, to hide kind of thing, like,
Okay. Yeah. Roll stealth.
why not? That would be a 21.
Yeah. You stealth the shit out of it. Okay. So, as of right now, the creature is about 15 feet on the opposite end of the horse.
Opposite end. Okay. So my arrow should still hit him, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna barely kind of just like, yeah, creep over like the saddle of the horse and just kind of go ping,
Okay.
drop back down.
Roll to hit.
Yep. No, that's not good. 13.
13. Yeah, that misses. And so and you just weren't able to quite get the sight end as you just kind of like poke up over the horse. You see it, and it's so fast. It just kind of just dodges out of the way and just keeps like ready for the next hit. Now it's going to be Ismark's turn, and Ismark is going to it sees Vathris get off of the horse, and the vines kind of like go up his legs. And he's just like staying on the horse, and like pulls out his sword, just kind of just charges over, and it's going to. And he's going to miss as he just, and the druid again just dodges out of the way, and the horse is like, just kind of like charging off. And he's going to make a successful animal handling check with that too. But with that, Simone, it's your turn.
I'm going to, actually, how close am I to that entangle that seems to be going on?
You're about 30 feet away.
Okay. I'm going to dismount Calamnir and kind of urge him like a safer distance away.
Okay.
And then with my bonus action, I'm going to do some magic stones.
Okay.
Because that's my ranged attack. And then for my attack action, I'm going to just lob one at it.
Okay. Roll a hit.
Wow, that sucked.
Oh no.
Disappointed. That's only a 13.
A 13?
Mm.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
misses, unfortunately. Well, it doesn't miss per se. You hit the creature, and as you do, you notice the bark skin spell, and you notice that it's not enough yet to do any damage.
I can do that too.
Yes, but we're at the top of the round. Vathris, strength check.
Does Arena do anything?
She's currently holding onto your horse.
Oh, okay.
As a matter of fact, I should make a animal handling check. She rolled a natural 20. That horse calmed the fuck down.
I like her better.
So the creature moved away from me, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You're still currently being attacked, though.
Okay.
So strength check to get out of the grapple.
Yeah.
Am I able to use dexterity for any reason for this? By any chance? All right. So that is going to be a 4.
A 4.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You continue to take 4 points of piercing damage, and now I need you to make a Constitution check.
This isn't looking good for me, guys.
Simone, roll a nature check. I forgot to mention that for you, by the way.
I got a 12 for my Constitution check.
Just succeed.
16 on the nature check.
You notice that things that are attacking Vathris are known as twig blights,
Okay.
and these ones are particularly poisonous.
So am I able to attack these vines?
Yeah, you can if you want to give it a shot.
Okay. So I am going to swipe at them. Well, stab at one with my short sword.
Okay, roll to hit.
I got a 15.
Okay, so you start to notice that the creatures that are attacking you, it's not so much vines themselves, but you look into the ground and you notice red glowing slinted eyes staring back at you, and you actually do hit the creature, so roll damage for me.
12.
12?
Yes.
You see the first pair of eyes, and as you sink them in, you just...
Oh,
and just
wait. I'm sorry. I forgot. I only had the hunter's mark on a different creature. It's 9 damage.
Oh. 9 damage?
Yes. Sorry.
Okay. That still does it. Don't worry about it. And
Okay,
you
cool.
sink it in. They don't have a lot. And you sink the blade into the ground, and you see the red eyes just flare up for a little bit, and disappear, and you are able to free one of your legs, and you look towards the other one, and you see where, but it still has its grasp on your leg right now too. But it's going to try and maintain its hold. What was your athletics check? Or what was your strength check again?
4.
4, and it just succeeds as it's more of an annoyance at this point, just kind of like, get off, Jesus.
Can I attack it with my offhand yet, or did I have to use an action to make that strength check?
You had to use an action. No, you don't use an action for the strength check, but you haven't taken a bonus action yet, so you can attack with your bonus action.
Okay, then I'm gonna try and stab the other one
Okay.
with my offhand weapon. Well, slice it with my scimitar.
Yeah.
That is also a 15.
A 15?
Yep.
Okay, that hits.
And then that's going to be 6 damage.
6 damage. Alright. You look over to the side, and just in the annoyance of trying to get it off, you just more slash at the base of the roots, and you successfully cut off all of the twigs of the creature underneath your foot. And as you do, you see the creature begins kind of fluttering away for a little bit. It almost seems to be retreating. But it is going to be Nox's turn now.
Okay.
Okay, how far away is the druid?
The druid is now probably about 20 feet from you.
Okay. I am going to, with my main action, I'm going to attack with my crossbow.
Okay.
And what's that, plus 6? Okay. So I rolled a 10.
You rolled,
And, yeah, I rolled a 10.
to hit.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, it just kind of you weren't able to quite get it just right, and you kind of pull a Malkacha as the arrow just kind of flips out of the way, but the druid just kind of like Hannibal Lecter kind of style kind of flickers over a little bit, making it at.
Hold on. I got a bonus action.
Okay.
I'm going to use my War Priest ability and make a second attack.
Okay. Roll to hit.
And natural 20.
Oh shit! Okay.
Kill it.
Yeah, roll your damage.
Suck it, druid.
Okay, so that is. Alright, so those are d6s. Alright. And that is 11.
11?
Uh
How do you want to do it?
huh.
Druid!
So I will. So I take my first shot, and that kind of bonks off. But the second shot just is directly at the. 'Cause I'm assuming he's kind of turned away from me at this
A
point.
little bit, yeah, kind of.
Yeah. So basically, just sinking that second bolt right to the back of his head.
Okay. So I guess it would have turned its attention over to Kane, and as it kind of turns back around after you sunk your katana in, you see the druid, and it has like its teeth. It's this gnome creature, but its teeth are extremely sharp. Its pupils blood red, and it kind of looks at you. It's like, and you just see it fall straight to the ground as you notice Noakes flying right above, just kind of like Attila the Hun style, kind of like patting the like getting the beat of the heartbeat and the horse just right. Genghis Khan launching the arrow between horse hoof patterns. He's doing that with the flap of his wings. It's really cool looking.
It would have been cooler if it bet on your dog, but
Oh.
Noakes is still a badass.
All right. That is going to do it for them. And these marks like fucking creatures and just kind of spits on it real quick.
What is
Avoid
that?
to these things.
What is that thing?
It's one of the druids from Yesta Hill. Just ugly creatures.
It's a bizarre type of druid.
I'm
Where-
gonna check the body if there's anything like significant on it. I don't care. I'm not looking for like money or anything, just like something significant.
Okay. You find 5 silver pieces,
Eh.
all with the profile of a ruler you've never seen before.
I'm going to toss them to Arena and ask if this is just like the Count's money.
She's like, yeah, that is Strahd. Well, it's Moravian money. I mean, ever since he conquered the land 300 years ago, it's just a common coin.
Nothing else though on the body?
No.
Eh.
Fortunately not. Okay. And Gizmo's like, we should probably get going. Is everybody alright, though?
Vathorus.
Oh,
Does anyone need healing? I can help.
Please?
yeah.
Yes, please.
If you need healing, I can help also.
I need a lot of healing.
How
I'll.
much healing do you need?
Like half my health.
Oh, okay. All right. Joy, do you want me to do this, or you want to take care of this one?
I can do it.
What's that?
Who is Joy?
I
Oh, I'm sorry.
There is no joy.
Oh God.
There is no joy here.
There is no joy here.
That's just
Oh,
motivated in general.
Shit.
Simone, do you want to
I
take
did-
this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I rolled very poorly though. I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's okay.
So that's 4.
I
I rolled minimum. I'm sorry.
think it's a trend today.
Let me piggyback on that. So piggyback. Okay. I will go ahead and cast a cure light or cure wounds. I'm sorry. I keep always wanting to say cure light wounds from my first edition days.
Yes.
Okay, so that is so that's 6 plus 4 is 10.
Nice. That'll do it.
And I used one spell. Okay.
While they're healing, Kayan will just carry the druid off of the road and like try to not like bury it because that takes forever. But
I
like
can help. I have mold earth as one of my cantrips.
Awesome.
She literally just tosses, like she just like Moses
Yeah.
style dirts.
Thank you. He'll place it in there, the body in the earth.
Okay. And as you do, you notice her just start to fold the earth just right back over, kind of, and the dirt just kind of all flickers back in.
I want to also use Druidcraft and see if I can blossom a flower on it, and maybe he'll be at peace.
Okay.
Aw.
Let's do. All right. And with that, you Ismar kind of looks over and makes sure everyone's doing okay, and you continue onward for your journey. And as you do, you see a lone black carriage with a light hanging off of it when you approach the next crossroads. No horses are around it, and a dim fog starts to settle in around it. The light is on the post of the carriage is lit, and it seems to be endless.
Nothing suspicious about that.
Is this more of the woods tricks?
No, that's actually there.
Okay.
Everyone, stand back. I'm going to go take a look. And Vathris dismounts and slowly walks towards it.
It explodes.
Yeah. Just kind of want to make, get the least effect of any horrible thing that happens possible.
Whatever's going to pop out of there.
So I guess the first question is, do I get up to it without dying?
Yes. Easily.
I'm going to open the carriage and see if there's anything inside.
You
Very
open it up, and it's a carriage is probably able to fit 6 to 7 people. It's quite roomy. Very nice. It has kind of like very plush red leather, like, what do they call them, carriages? Seats inside of them. Thank you. And as you look inside, the inside is draped, and it's a very nice looking carriage, but it's just empty.
Does it look like it's been here a while? Like, does it look abandoned?
Brand new.
Vathris, is there a seal on it or something that says who it belongs to?
That's a good question. I'll take a look.
You close the carriage door, and as you do notice a crest into the black wooden laden door, and it's that of a raven and a castle behind it in the distance.
Castle
It
Ravenloft.
has the same mark as... Doesn't the
book.
book have something similar to this?
Yeah, it does.
What
Book right here.
Is
This
this...
book has obviously a picture of a raven and a castle on it.
Where did you get that?
I found it. It's mine.
Where did you get it?
I found it. I told you in that last
Don't
place where
care
we
that
took
you
care of
have it.
We murdered the guy's son. I found the book. I took
Okay.
it.
Have
So
you
you
opened
found
it at all?
Should I?
Eastmark's like, let me see it.
I'm sure he'll give it back.
It's okay, Malkacha. We definitely have the numbers on him. You'll get your book back.
All right. You kind of slowly hand it off to him, eyeing him.
Generally not a good idea to piss off your bodyguards.
And
Joke's on you. We're not forgiving it back.
he tries to open up the lock, and it doesn't budge for him. He tries to kind of peek in a little bit. Yeah, it also doesn't budge.
You're doing it wrong.
We really use a bard right now.
Here, you try it then.
I will. She kind of reaches out, goes to open it.
Nothing.
Well, no, it just gotta start trying to pry it.
What's your lockpick set?
My luck deck again. I broke it last time.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, but I do have another one, so.
Yeah, plus I also have a set of lockpicks myself.
Oh, good.
What?
Did you want to try?
Just in case.
Because I have a criminal background.
I knew I liked you for a reason.
It wasn't by choice.
Okay, I'll believe you. Wink, wink. Okay, I'll try my lockpick again if I can. No, please, not a 1. That's 18. So that's 20 total?
Your lockpicks break again.
What the fudge?
Obviously, this is magically locked, and no lockpicks are going to open it.
Well, glad you came to that conclusion now.
Here, I'll give Malkacha my set of lockpicks just to have on hand for her.
She gives him a hug. You're my best friend.
Oh, you're sweet.
No, I'm not. Don't get misconceptions.
Is there still basically horse hookups on the carriage? Like, would I be able to attach my horse to this carriage?
Certainly try.
Do we want to?
I don't think we want this carriage.
I don't like it. It's too convenient.
Yes.
I walk over to Malkacha and
The
I go,
light is really creepy.
and I go, Malkacha, would you mind if I tried to open the book real quick? Also, there's a carriage over there for you to steal.
Okay. Throw him the book. I run to the carriage.
Such
You're
a
going
good trick.
to pull it yourself.
There
And
might
I
be
see if
stuff
I can open the
inside.
book, just for the fun of it.
Can I search the carriage for any kind of shit?
Sure. Go for it.
That would be, what am I looking for here?
Investigation.
Investigation? Okay. Oh god, 13. Yes?
Oh, God.
What'd I do?
Dun, dun, dun.
I'd like to point out this was Bathurst's idea.
Sent you a message.
It wasn't an idea, more so as it was a opportunity.
Yes, it was.
And you try to open the book, Vathris?
Yes.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw right now.
All wisdom saving throw the shit out of it. Oh, I have a +2. Maybe not the shit out of it.
I am way better at wisdom saving throws.
That may or may not have been a 9.
You hear from inside of your head a dreadful scream that you suddenly remember from your childhood. And it says, "Go away, get it away."
You okay?
I'm kind of jarred by that. Not quite sure what to think, but it doesn't necessarily deter me because I've kind of had dreams like this for a while now. Anyway,
Okay.
I'm gonna try one more weird thing because that book kind of seems like it spoke-ish to me. I want to cast command on it and say open.
Okay. Unfortunately, nothing happens.
Okay, does not know language, guys. At least not.
That was clever, though. That was pretty clever.
Well,
Can I see it?
Hand it to Kane.
I will attempt to open it.
So I also notice is like Malkacha dead? Like I haven't heard from her in a little bit, guys.
Probably
What?
just
Sorry?
found something nice.
she's having fun.
Okay, roll. It's the same thing. You guys trying to open it, but it's just not budging.
Okay. What does that do?
Did you find anything good in there?
Nope. Nothing
Maybe-
at all.
Maybe a proper key for this book.
I'll keep looking.
You cleaned it.
Oh. All right. Then nope. Absolutely no key and nothing else of importance.
Can I insight check that?
What?
Can I insight check that?
Sure.
Go for it. Do I roll my deception?
Yep.
I rolled a 19. So
Oh shit.
that is going to be 24.
He beat me. I got 15.
As she's coming over, you notice small jewels just just fall out of her. Nope, found nothing. Can't tell you.
Oh, nothing. I don't know.
kind of like Jack Sparrow a little bit. Just be like, there's no gold here.
What? Crazy. Just junk, guys.
Shiny junk. Let's go.
Yes.
All
No more
right.
questions.
Yeah.
And as you
So-
begin working your way down, you eventually come across what seems like a large draw gate. A little similar to the ones that when you first came to Barovia. However, this one's a little bit different, as it does have the crest of a raven hanging above the gates, and what seem to be two. How do I put it? Here we go. Actually, after winding through the forest and craggy mountain peaks, the road takes a sudden turn to the west, and behind you is the awesome presence of Castle Ravenclaw's towers behind you. As you eventually come, the gates draw themselves forward, and you notice a lowered drawbridge of old shored-up wooden beams stretch across a chasm before you. Between you and the archway to the courtyard, the chains of the drawbridge creak in the wind, their rust-eaten iron staring under the weight. From atop the high walls, stone gargoyles stare at you of their own hollow eye sockets and grin hideously. As you guys slowly walk your ways across. The gargoyles. I need you all to make perception checks.
Okay. 17.
10.
22.
24.
Oh, had to beat me.
What'd you get, Simone?
9.
Malkacha, Cayenne, you kind of, Kayan, you look up and you notice the gargoyles and their heads just start from where they should have passed you originally. Their heads just kind of.
Yep.
Yep.
Slowly follow you.
Yep.
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 Nope.
Mm-mm.
Just nope. 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 Nope.
And as you continue making your distance down past the gates, the heads continuously watch you as you slowly walk away from the gates of Ravenloft.
That's creepy. This whole place is creepy.
Bathurst, did you want to do something?
No, I saw Simone waving goodbye. Adorable.
Gargoyles.
Bye bye.
You see a gargoyle kind of go.
I won't kill that one. I like
Friendship with other rock creatures.
And with that, we'll take a bit of a break, as I have to use the restroom. And
That's a good idea.
yep, and we'll thank everybody for the follows and everything after we come back. But as of right now, if any of you are familiar with the module and know about some old bone grinder that may come up next, we'll find out. All right, guys, I'll get back at you in a little bit.
With that,
Help.
That stunning bombshell.
Maddie looks like incredibly put off by that.
Really does.
All right, guys, we're back. Bam, 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 bam.
Bam.
And I said,
Bam, bam.
bam,
Bam.
bada bing, bang.
Never
All right, guys. Did we have a good break? Did we all take care of our little pee business?
Carrie,
Yes?
Bear just made a pun in the chat.
I'm so proud of him. You are not allowed to give me shit anymore for puns. Ever.
I'm so proud.
Right?
I love it, guys. All right.
I'm
I need to see
disappointed.
chat right now.
Never spoke to any of us ever again.
You
I
made
think
the
that
pun.
happened at least once per stream.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
They will get 2 puns.
All right, so Geekspiel, thank you for the host. My man Derek, I think you're streaming now, but earlier, thank you for the folks, the host dude. Our Crulian, I think I'm saying that right. Thank you for the follow. And Malcury. Malcury, thank you so much
Milk!
for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Malcury.
Milk!
Thank
We
you for the
love
follow. And as of right now, that's top of the round. Like I said, this music is far too lovely for what these people are about to go into. So
That's okay. We can't hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. Next week we'll try and work it in a little bit better. Like, you know, we're all gonna like make sure it happens. And also, the Sleeping God on Twitter. It's like, I love your little tweet. Mini
Is
tweet
he live
Yes.
tweeting us again?
Yes, he
Oh,
is.
that tweet.
It's
That-
delightful.
That
It
thread
is.
was awesome.
Yes, I love every minute of it. But it's like, oh shit, yeah, that's right. It's a little reminder. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I actually kind of went through his like term. Like, okay, they did do that. All right, cool. like right before I went to the game today this morning, I'm like, oh god. All right, what did they? Okay, yep. All right, good. So, thank you for chronicling the adventures of these Barovian fools.
Thank you.
Because my
Yeah.
handwriting is garbage.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Better than mine still.
So, with that said, we will get right back into it. And as you continue your journey down the Slavic road, on your way to the village of Valaki, which is the main village, sort of, in Barovia. It's the largest. It has the most fortified walls. And as you guys are actually approaching closer in distance to it, you notice that what was once daylight has suddenly turned into the nighttime. And as you begin working your way forward, you also notice that the black, dreary clouds that were blocking the sun earlier have all vanished and are quickly and rapidly beginning to disperse as if a strong wind has just decided to blow them all away. And with that, again, the full moon is shining bright, and you do see the continuing stars as you did earlier.
Does that happen every night?
Ismark and Irina kind of look to you and say, for the most part, no.
Okay.
It's not a bad view.
It's not. It's just
It's just curious.
ominous.
Have you not learned that this is the name for
It's a very ominous place.
It's quite nice. And Irina kind of was like, Irina's still holding at your waist. She's like, it's the one good thing about this place. And she kind of looks up. Now
Don't make it weird.
and like she does look up. She's like, her head kind of like rests on your shoulder a little bit.
Oh. Well.
And she just catches herself off guard. She's like, we should keep going.
That bride is not for you.
That's Noak saying that. But as you continue your way down, the old Slavic road begins to transition from here, and starts being a winding path through the Balonok Mountains to a lazy trail that hugs the mountainside. It descends into a fog-filled valley, and in the heart of a valley, you see a walled town near the shores of this great mountain lake. That town, as Ismark points out, is Valaki. Its waters of the lake are dark and still. A branch in the road leads west to a promontory atop which is perched a dilapidated stone windmill, and its warped wooden vanes stripped bare. However, the windmill is still rotating. And as you guys begin passing your way past the windmill, you hear the screaming of 2 small children. And it seems to be coming the distance of the windmill.
Is that like fun screaming or like
It's
scary?
hard to tell with children. We should probably go see.
It almost sounds tortured.
Is that more of the tricks of the woods?
Simone is like getting off the horse.
Okay. As make a perception check as you wake up.
19.
You look towards the windmill, and it kind of like so from where you were walking on the road, the windmill is almost kind of perched. It's perched above, and as you do, you kind of peer through the fog, and you see a large, looming creature hunched over and dragging 2 children, a small boy and a girl, by the tops of their heads. From behind her with one massive claw, and she's just kind of like as they're both kicking and screaming, their feet being dragged across the ground. She slams open the windmill and throws both children like rag dolls into the windmill, slams the door shut, and Irina notices it too. Ismark does not, unfortunately, but Irina's like, I know those 2 children.
We have to stop them.
Let's go.
Let's
Ismark's
go.
like, it's none of our business. We need to keep going. And she's
I'm
like,
with him.
we're not. And Irina's immediately like stops. It's like, go over there now. As she tugs on you, okay?
Oh yeah, we're headed that way.
Yeah.
As the onion-domed edifice leans forward to one side as though trying to turn away from the stormy gray sky, you see gray brick walls and dirt-covered windows on the upper floors. A decrepit wooden platform encircles the windmill. Above a flimsy doorway leading to the building's interior, perched on a wooden beam above a door, is a raven. It squawks at you, seemingly agitated. As you begin making your way forward, Kayan, the raven actually swoops down on you and begins tugging on the back of your shirt as if it was trying to pull you away. You all have made your way forward now, haven't you?
Yes.
Does this
The raven is still and it's kind of like bothering Irina, but she's not hitting it. The wings are flapping in her face, but she's not hitting it.
Can I speak with animals and see what the raven is saying?
It's saying
It's strange. For all intents and purposes, this looks like a raven. However, speaking with it in its animalistic form is a little off. Usually where there would be some primality behind the language of an animal, this one seems to be speaking in proper grammar and syntax.
ooh.
And it slowly, just after realizing it's not getting you to draw away, it flies away.
But what was it saying?
It was saying, turn back, go back now, make your way for the village. They can't be saved, just go. But Irina still seems dead set on charging into this windmill.
Yeah. I'm going straight for it.
Simone, do you know what the bird was trying to tell us?
She'll tell you guys exactly what it was saying. That, that we shouldn't try to do this, but they're children. We can't allow them.
Is the big hulking creature gone now?
Yeah, it walked into the windmill before you guys were ever got there.
Okay, so it's in there with the children.
Yes.
Okay. Malkacha,
Yes.
I think that you can sneak ahead a little bit and let us know what we're getting into.
I suppose.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Make investigation check. Malkacha.
That's not what I was expecting. Okay. Oh, great. 14?
There seems to be only one way in and one way out. But upon closer inspection of this windmill, you are able to find maybe even a few stones that you could probably climb up if you wanted to inspect properly through the windows that are perched above.
I think I will.
Okay, so roll athletics check for me.
This went so well last time.
All my best rolls. This is, yeah.
I know.
Okay, that's a little better. 17.
Okay, you make your way. You see Malkacha begin. She's climbing and clinging onto the bottoms of this windmill, onto the stone edifices, kind of almost like Assassin's Creed style, just working your way. And
Conveniently placed.
At this point, I need you to make a stealth check for me.
Yes, that's what I was expecting. Oh, 26.
Ooh.
Okay, so you make your way up to the second story edifice of this windmill, and as you kind of peer your way in, you see what seems to be two younger-looking women, both very attractive, long blonde hair, kind of very revealing, not revealing, totally revealing clothing, but like dressed in a very provocative manner. Yeah. But they seem to be hunched over a boiling cauldron with a large cradle, just spooning it around. And as you look in, you see that their hands are caked in blood, and they just start. And as soon as they speak, you hear, "We should add more of the bones to this one." And she's like, "Yes, add more. What should we do with the two who will be stew?" And she just starts cradling.
Oh, nothing unusual here.
Nothing unusual here.
Just gonna climb back down and walk back to the group casually. Yeah, no, she's just cooking them dinner. It's okay, guys. We're good. We can go on with our mission. Let's go.
Insight check.
And that's a deception with disadvantage. That was bad.
Okay.
That was real.
Yeah. I can accept that. Oh, thank God. 14.
21.
I thought from that face for a moment.
Thank God, because
I know,
Irina
like-
rolled a 16 and she's about to charge in.
Oh, shit. All right. I fooled nobody.
Okay.
What did you
Who brought
see?
this girl along? Seriously.
Okay, look, there's two really fine-looking ladies over a cauldron, but they got blood and they're talking about bones. Look, they're gonna eat the children, so if you want to save them, I suggest doing it now.
Let's go.
I guess.
Charge. Like children.
Let's not charge in. Let's get a good position before we break down the door.
That's a smart idea.
Irina kind of looks at you and just nods. She kind of takes her red hair and just tries to do it up a little bit. And she pulls out her great sword. Ismark's like, "You know you're going to get me killed one day." And he whips out his long sword. All right, one at a time. We're all in.
Well, why don't one of us act as a distraction so they come out and then we can kind of
The
ambush
rest
them?
of us get in position.
Yeah.
It's not too
Guys,
bad.
I'm thoroughly regretting using one of my spell slots on commanding that book right now.
I bet.
And
I
Irina's
would-
like, "Ismark, knock on the door." I said, "Why me?" Well,
I am the least likely to be stealthy here.
Oh.
That's true, but also, you're very good looking. Actually, you're better looking than, yes, my brother. That was a
you.
gross thing to think about. Yeah, knock on the door. Be the distraction. Go, pretty
All right,
old
so we
man.
should get into position.
She pushes you in there.
All right.
I will wait till they all get in position before doing anything.
Okay. And so you
Yeah,
guys
I'm-
are properly making positions. So
Yep.
just so you guys know, there is what seems to be a platform right above the door that you can make your way onto if you really wanted.
Oh, I'll get on the platform.
Okay. The kobold flies up.
Are there any... Sorry.
Go on.
I was going to say, is there any trees?
No. However, there are what seems to be a circle of stone rocks nearby. And,
Tall rocks?
Yeah, they kind of look like think like
Stonehenge?
Stonehenge, yes.
Okay.
How close to the door were they? And did you see the children?
They were nowhere near the door. They were on the 3rd story.
Oh, okay.
That is what Malkacha relays to you.
Did you see the children?
Well, you sounded just like Malkacha there.
Were the
Creepy.
children with the creepy too?
Not yet. Not that you noticed.
Okay.
Malkacha.
Yes. Yes. No, go for it.
Yeah.
So do you
That
guys
versus-
want me to try and sneak the children out while you do this?
I was just gonna say, if they're not
That
with
would-
them,
Be awesome.
that might be something that would be doable. Thank you so bravely volunteering.
One
Oh.
of us needs to make it out of here alive.
Yeah, that might as well be me, right?
Okay.
Okay.
I thought you'd like that.
So
I do.
you guys have properly set up your ambush, correct?
Yep, Vathras takes breach position right next to the door, kind of back to the wall.
Yep.
Stuck
Weapons out.
Okay.
I'm going to cast my cantrip Shillelagh on my club
Okay.
in anticipation of hitting something with it.
Okay. Is there anything else before we do this?
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. No.
All right.
Are you sure?
I do tell everyone to gang up. I just tell everyone, like, look, once we go in there, there's 2 people in there. All of you go after one. Leave the other one to me.
Ismark
Okay.
kind of agrees and says, "That sounds like a good idea."
And you guys can trust me with the children, don't worry.
But if anything
Trust
happens
you,
to me, look,
children.
I'm serious right now. If anything happens to me, you take Irina and you run.
Agreed.
It is important. And she starts to fight back like she could take care of herself. And Ismark fights back saying, I know you can, but you know what happens if anything comes to you. She reluctantly agrees to like kind of go behind the Stonehenge wall rocks.
Okay.
Eh?
Checks.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Han Solo.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Ready?
Nothing.
Vathras suddenly questions why we're even knocking.
Opens the door.
As you do, oh, hello. And it is just another gorgeous blonde, not described in the way that Malkacha described to you as being, you know, kind of scantily cladded. She's really, really pretty, but she's dressed in common clothing.
Excuse me. I wonder if you could help me. Our carriage broke down on the road. Could you give us some assistance?
Your carriage? It's rather unfortunate. Sadly, I can't. My daughters and I are preparing dinner.
What
Would
are
you
you
like to
having?
join us?
What are you having?
Stew.
That sounds
Stew?
lovely. Lead the way.
Of course, come in.
And as soon as she turns away, I'm gonna attack.
Okay.
Oh shit.
I need everyone to roll initiative.
All right.
Damn.
21.
17.
I also got a 17. What's your dex?
My dex is 19.
Okay, you go before me.
All right, Kane, you get a surprise attack off the top of the bat. But all right, so 20 up.
Oh, me. 21.
Okay, Malkacha.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not loud. Okay, 15 through 20.
17.
17. Noakes goes before I do.
Okay. Glad you make that decision for yourselves. Notes. All right. 15 through 10 through 15.
11.
And,
And Simone had a 15 if you missed it.
Simone had a 15. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, I didn't hear that. All right. This is. I got to turn on the light. Be real bad.
Now that he's gone.
Dude, there's 3. We're totally fucked.
We got it.
Not if we take this one out right away.
I mean, yeah, I mean, there's always that, I guess.
Flashing
He's
lights.
back. Shush.
Yeah, exactly right. And then Ismark is last with the natural 1. All right, Kane, right off the bat, you get a surprise round up.
Does that give advantage in 5e?
It does.
Okay.
And her back is turned to you too, so.
Yeah. Hey, that is a 23 to hit.
23 is going to hit.
And that is 13 points of damage.
All right.
And I'm going to use Action Surge for my bonus action.
Okay. Shit.
So I get a second attack.
Dang.
Excellent. Yeah.
And does that still get advantage because it's a surprise round?
Yes.
Alright. Okay. That is another 23.
A 23?
Yep.
Yep, that's going to hit. Jesus.
And that is 13 points of damage.
13 again?
Yep.
Well, bam.
Fuck, man.
Is it dead?
No. Not even close. But.
Oh.
Hold on. All right. As she turns, she's like, "Yes, come in." And then all of a sudden, you sink the katana through her stomach, and she just kind of
Mildly perturbed.
and her head just kind of and completely owl necks around, looking at you. And you just take your sword, and as you strike in with your sword, you feel the flesh kind of curve into the skin of the woman. However, she transforms into this ginormous hag-like creature with purple skin, greasy, matted hair, and long, gigantic, muscular arms as her towering stance just looms over you now. And she just stares down and she says, "Sisters, we have company." And
Oh,
just-
Lord.
All right.
And I'm going to move about 15 feet away.
Okay. So you work your way 15 feet around her,
No,
back outside.
to the car.
As you start backing outside, you do hear crunch, 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 and you start looking down. You just notice small-looking bones everywhere. They're children bones, the bones of children. As you make your way outside, all of a sudden, the windows fly open, and since they rolled a natural 20, they're gonna go first. So, Kayan.
He's
You
dead.
are. We can get rid of that one. Get rid of
Our-
that one.
Pretty boy guinea pig is gonna.
All right. Does a 15 hit you?
Nope.
All right. All right. That's not gonna hit. And I'm gonna say a 18.
Yes.
18 does. All right.
Yep.
So, as you see two mist-like forms just flow out of the windows, and as they do, they make their way to the ground, and they just start noticing everything around you. And noticing the ambush that you laid out beforehand, too. And Kane, as that happens, you feel this ray of sickness. I need to make you to make a Constitution saving throw.
That is an 18.
You just succeed. You felt this wave of almost nauseous like energy kind of just hit over you, but as you do, you're able to, with your the training of willpower that you've had with the mind throughout your years, you're able to like focus in and hone into the battle before you. However, I'm gonna go Malkacha. You need to make a I need to make a roll to hit to you first. Natural 20.
Oh no.
Constitution saving throw.
Okay. My natural 20, not even. 11.
11?
Yep.
You start feeling the same nauseous energy, however, it keels you over. All the attacks you have at this point are made at disadvantage.
Oh, ouch. Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. And top of the round, Malkacha, your turn.
Okay. So the window's all blasted open,
Yep,
you said,
and
right?
now everyone, all the sisters, the coven has full circle of you.
Okay, so there's no point in trying to get to the fucking children.
I mean, they're out of their home.
My character doesn't care that much. Just being honest.
It's very true.
Yeah. So I would just like to load my crossbow, and who's closest to me?
Their sister number 1 would be the most closest to you, as you're right above the door frame for her.
Perfect. Okay. Let's do that then. Oh shit. 13.
Since the first sister that Kane attacked is right above you, it's only the other 2 sisters who saw you. I'm gonna give you just I'm not gonna say a surprise. I mean, it would be a surprise attack to her. So why don't you roll to hit again?
Okay.
Without the disadvantage.
Okay. I'm okay. Oh shit! Can I take my first roll?
Okay, so you miss.
Yep.
All right. What were you doing though? Were you leaping down? Were you shooting with a crossbow? What's up?
No, I was just shooting from my crossbow.
Okay, you were shooting from your crossbow, and just the notch just and it kind of keels you over, and the arrow just and now the first sister looks up and notices all of you as Malkacha just missed her with the arrow. Is there anything else we want to do with your bonus action?
Yeah, I'm gonna hide behind one of the others.
One of the, okay. Sure. All right. Sure.
I'm squishy.
Okay. You hide behind your Earth Genasi friend. Just kind of like getting your profile beneath her and be like, I think I'm skinny enough for this. Making it Nox's turn. Yeah.
Okay. So we have the first sister is in the building. Are the other 2 outside the building now?
The other 2 are outside of the building. The first sister is just stepped out of the door after Kane attacked her. Yeah.
Okay.
And she now notices all of you looking right above on the patio, the porch that was sort of overlooking the door frame. I can give you a better example.
Okay.
It looks a little like that. So she's here. You guys are up here on this. This railing.
All right. So I will. The first sister, I will cast a guiding bolt.
Okay.
At her.
Okay.
And here we go. That's +6. Yep. And so that's 21.
21?
Mm-hmm.
21's gonna hit.
Okay. And that's 6. And that's 16 points of radiant damage.
16?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus fucking Christ. Alright. I need my calculator. I love D&D, but I'm not good at math.
Same.
Alright.
42.
6. Oops.
I heard nothing.
I heard everything.
Oh no! We're gonna die.
All right. So, you notice that the you see the radiant energy of pure bolts come out of Noakes and just attack the first sister like a machine gun would of just pure light, just come on down onto her. And now that gains advantage on all attacks, correct?
No, it's the very next attack
The very
on that
next-
creature gets
Okay.
advantage.
Okay,
so that
wasn't
would
sure.
be,
I didn't know if it was for the round or for all creatures, but thank you for
Yeah,
clearing
no,
that up.
yeah, just the very next attack.
Okay, is there anything else you'd like to do?
I will, as a, where is it? There it is. Shield faith. Okay, as a, oh no, I already cast a spell, so I can't cast one of his bonus actions. So, nope, I'm good.
You're good.
Yeah.
All right.
Is Guiding Bolt a cantrip?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, I guess that would be a really good cantrip.
The way you said that sounded so disparaging. Like, nope.
It is definitely not a cantrip.
It's first level, right?
It's first level, yeah.
All right. So next round, Vathras.
All right. So are all three of the ladies within 20 feet of each other?
No. They're probably now within 30 feet.
Are two of them within 20 feet of each other?
Yes,
the two. Okay.
the unharmed ones are. This is the two that stepped out of the second window and down onto the to the outside floor are within 20 feet of each other. They're probably more within like 15 or 10 almost.
And
Well, we'll say 15, not 10.
one rules question: if I use my Drow ability, Fairy Fire, does that count as casting a spell?
No. You
Okay,
cast
cool.
it at will as a drow, yeah.
So I am going to use my action to put Fairy Fire on the two younger sisters. And that is a
Okay.
DC 14 dexterity save.
Oh. Okay. They both fail.
Awesome. And whichever one is closest to me,
Yeah.
I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Compelled Duel on her and say, everyone, this one is mine.
No.
DC 14 Wisdom save.
It's a fail.
All right. She
And
can.
Vathras, you jump down and with both of your dual wielding weapons.
Yep.
All right. And so, Kane, you see your friend just kind of and whip out his sword, just shing, and wields them both. On which sister did you cast it? The one on the left or the one on the right?
Whichever one was closest to me.
Okay, so the second one. And she feels utterly compelled to just start coming at you. But as of right now, would you like to hold your bonus action or?
I used both of my. I used my action
Oh,
and my
okay,
bonus
so
action already.
There you go. All right, so making it Simone.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab Entangle on the two sisters that are closer together in such a way that it does not impede Vathras.
Okay, so Vathras is closer to Kane, right next to the doorway. The two sisters are more out towards the pathway you were coming from, so it actually works out perfectly. Vathras isn't there yet.
Okay, cool. So for this, they're going to have to make a, what's my DC here? This is a DC 13 strength to get out of it.
Okay. Jesus, that's a 3. That's a 2. I'm really not rolling well on the saving throw. So, okay, they both aren't able to get out of it. However, you do see one of the sisters still feels compelled, even with that, to still attack Vathras.
Okay, that's going to be in effect for 1 minute, so that'll be 10 rounds.
Okay, all right. Making it Kayan's turn.
I will use
You
another.
still got the first sister in front of you, just barely out of the doorway.
Yep.
The one you really fucked up.
I'm gonna use Fighting Spirit again
Okay.
to give myself advantage. I'm gonna take a swing.
Okay.
You already get advantage on the first attack against her.
I thought that was on the other two.
No. I attacked.
Oh, that's right.
That's
the guiding
right.
bolt.
I attacked.
Okay, then I won't use that.
Yeah.
But I still got a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit again.
Kane in the 23s.
Hit that bitch.
Ooh. That is 15 points of damage.
Suck it, witch lady.
All right. So, Kane, you come back in, and as the sister begins kind of like charging toward you, you just dodge out of the way and just shing, kind of like Seven Samurai, just like dodge, like you've done so many times in practice with your old wooden Aikido swords, just shing, and just like a perfect maneuver as you just cut across her stomach. But she kind of just turns back around, just gets her claws ready, and still looks at you. She's bleeding from the areas that you inflicted earlier. However, you notice the skin is discernibly a lot thicker and a lot more tougher now. It's almost like a natural armor, which is going to make it Ismark's turn, and Ismark's going to try and jump down to attack. Barely hits. Jesus, dude. And as he does, he leaps on down from onto sister number one as you just made your attack, and just sinks her down in with the damage, just dealing about 13 points of damage to her.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ismark fucking shit up. And you see his longsword just kind of sink across like the bottom part of her, between the skin and her spine, and she kind of looks over, and with a reaction just kind of backsand him, successfully, I might add, okay, with a very hurtful 12 points of bludgeoning damage, almost kind of pushing him back as he's but now it's going to be their turn. So the first sister, arguably perturbed by Kane's action, is I need nope, wrong one. There we go. I need Kane to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wow. 20.
Natural or
No.
no?
Adjusted. I rolled 17 plus 3 for wisdom.
Okay. Okay. As you feel this kind of compulsion as your body just quickly stiffens, and just kind of you just will yourself free with your samurai training again, just pushing your way past the entirety of what was a whole person spell against you. And with the two sisters, they're gonna make their saving throws, correct? That's what they do on the next turn, Simone?
Yeah.
Okay.
They get to try to make that DC 13 strength check to move.
Both fail.
Yes.
And you can see the one sister who is commanded towards Vathris is arguably perturbed by it. And then you see lightning just emanate from her hands and just start casting some form of spell at at Vathris, as a lightning bolt is going to hit him, because I'm going to assume a 21 hits you.
Damn.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, bud. So you take.
Oh, come on, dude.
A little bit before this fight.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I never like lightning
Oh!
bolts. Oh, you don't get to roll that one.
That's cocked.
It's an automatic 0.
Unless there are D10s, then it's not an automatic 0.
Yeah. No, if it's a lightning bolt, it's like a bunch of D6s, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
D8s.
You take 29 points
Oof.
I'm at 1 health.
Lightning
Oh.
damage.
Oh.
Jesus.
Okay. Okay.
As you see this giant lightning bolt just emanate from the one sister's arm and just kind of like in this streak of Emperor Palpatine like energy just emanate from her fingertips and strike Vathris. And you just see him kind of and just kind of like barely fall to the ground a little bit. How many religion points do you have, Vathris?
What's a religion point?
I asked you to mark one down last time, didn't I?
No, that was
that was you?
That was Kayan.
Never
Yeah.
mind.
That was Kayan.
Sorry.
So I have 0.
Pray to your God more often.
Religion.
Okay, making it the third sister's turn, and really annoyed by the fact that she was just caught off guard by this entire entangle spell. Simone, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
17.
Okay, so you just succeed, but however, you're not unfamiliar with this magic. You do notice what would have been a bestow curse upon you if you did not succeed.
Roof.
All right, and then bringing it to top of the round, Malkacha, your turn.
All right. So, okay, Joy, did you move from where you were? Or
I did
you-
not.
Okay, so I'm still hiding.
covering you.
Yep. Okay, so from here, is it possible to go around? Because the witches are all in the front, right?
Yes.
So can I drop down the side of the building and try and sneak up behind them?
Roll stealth.
I will.
You know what? Yeah, I mean, continue to roll stealth, but normally I would tell you when you are able, but since 2 of the sisters are really annoyed by this entangle spell, and the other one kind of has their eyes set on Kayan right now, like, you're able to do it.
Okay, yeah, I rolled a 26.
Yeah, you're fucking...
You're
There was
gone.
never a Malkacha. Shrieky is out of the game. Like,
Yeah.
oddly enough,
didn't-
you see
I
her in the
didn't
Critical
notice.
Role stream. She just kind of pops up in the background.
Yes.
It's Malkacha. She's gone to another stream.
She's gone on a different show.
Okay, and I will say you're able to work your way behind this to kind of near that area where
Okay.
the Stonehenge like area, that Stonehenge like rock circulation was. However, you also notice Irina getting very annoyed that she's stuck behind here, and you see her draw her sword and she begins charging at them.
Oh, can I trip her?
She's too far away.
Damn it.
Like you
Alright.
just got to the outer end of the stone circle. She's on the opposite end of it. So,
Okay, I'm just gonna call her an idiot while I raise my crossbow and shoot at the
She
sister.
charges with her silver greatsword.
Ooh.
You're an idiot!
I know.
You also just revealed your location.
Oh.
Whatever. Worth it.
That was one of that happened to me on my very first D&D game, and I've never forgotten it. So
I probably won't again. So I rolled then.
I don't
no
know.
advantage. So 16.
16 to stealth.
To attack.
So with what you wanted to do, with your crossbow, do it with advantage because they're both entangled right now. Because
Okay.
you're attacking one of the 2 entangled sisters, right?
So re-roll then, or just add that to the roll?
Yeah, re-roll.
Okay. I'll take that. That is a 21, so 23 with
That
advantage.
hits.
Woo!
And
I'll
since
take
you're,
that.
we'll say you're stealth. Fuck it, I hated it when that happened to me.
Yay!
Sneak
I'm
attack.
gonna just enjoy the DM being nice. I'm not gonna question it.
Don't.
Nope. Okay, so 9 damage total with that, plus. So 11 damage.
With
I
your
think,
sneak attack?
I don't know, hold on. So I get the 2d6.
That doesn't sound right for a rogue.
No, it doesn't.
You
But-
should add at least 3 or 4d6.
What?
She gets 2. She's 4th level, so she gets 2d6 plus her weapon die plus
Which is-
her bonus.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so that would
11.
be in. Yep.
All right.
I mean, if you want to add a few other points.
No,
in there,
that's
we're
fine.
not-
Yeah.
And you see this crossbow just like, all of a sudden you guys notice like, where's Malkacha? And like you look behind the rocks and you see this crossbow and like stuck into the back of your entrangled sister, Simone. You're like, she was behind. How'd she? Making it Noakes, your turn.
Noakes. All right. I'm going to. Oh, how far is Vathras?
He's. Are you still? You haven't moved at all, right?
I haven't moved at all.
Okay, so he's actually kind of like right below you.
Okay. I'm gonna jump down right behind him, and I'm going to use a 2nd level Cure Wounds spell on him.
Okay.
Hero.
So you notice your little kobold friend kind of shield in one hand, hasn't had the sword draw ready, and just kind of like casting this healing. You feel the surge within you, and suddenly the pain just magically lifts from within you. Once you're breathing, now you feel at ease.
16.
Ooh. All right.
Noticeably at ease.
I got an 8 and a 4. Or no, an 8 and a. Sorry. Yeah, it was a 8 and a 4, plus I get +4. So
Yeah.
it was nice. All right.
And you also
and-
notice some of the burn scars just start to like start to drift away from your kind of dark purple-esque skin. What else would you like to do, Noakes? Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good. And then I will. Actually, I'll just stick it out where I'm at right now. I'm good.
Okay, all right. Making it Vathras, your turn.
Okay.
Sorry,
So-
just to clarify real quick. Noakes, are you flying or are you on the ground now?
No, I just on the ground.
Okay, all right. Just want to make clear. Sorry.
Yeah, I
Vathras.
dropped down behind Vathras, so essentially,
No,
I'm kind
I
of
got it
like-
in my head now. I got it.
Yeah,
I got it on
yeah.
I got it on my paper. So, Vathras, your turn.
So, Vathras's eyes start to burn red, like a legit fire. And there used to be like a gold tinge to his hair. It's just a stark white. And any sort of warm, comforting feeling anyone used to get from him is now gone. As he points to the one that he did not cast Compelled Duel on, the other one that's stuck in the Entangle.
Entangle spell, yeah.
And he just speaks, "Your end is now." As he casts, as he uses class ability to abjure enemy,
Okay.
and it is a Wisdom saving throw, I believe, of DC 14.
She fails.
She is now frightened for 1 minute or until she takes damage.
Let me see if hags are immune.
Oh yeah, or if she's immune to frightened.
She is not.
Oh,
You notice that the two sisters begin to transform from their kind of very attractive blonde features over to the hideous, gigantic, hag-like coven creatures that they've become, and you see that one just kind of starts cowering away, like on their way over to Irina. However, at that moment, is there anything else you'd like to do, Vathras?
Yeah, I still have a bonus action, and I'm going to walk straight up to the other one, and I'm going to attack it with my scimitar.
Okay, roll a hit.
Okay, so I have a 24 to hit,
That's gonna hit.
and it's just going to be 1 damage.
Okay. You were so caught up in the. Wait, there we go. So you were so caught up in the moment of, compelling the other enemy to come at you. Now that you're in this fiery rage, you just kind of like you start walking your way over, and off to the side, you notice the said sister, and don't even look. You just slash her as you begin working your way over towards the other two sisters, slowly approaching them. But you do notice one is starting to try and crawl their best away from you as you begin on your approach. But she can't because of Simone's entangle spell. But as you notice that, you do notice a heavily plated redhead with a greatsword begin to attack the one that was crawling away.
Oh no! Because I was going to say leave her for
She
last.
hits with a natural 20.
No!
Yes!
Fuck!
Damn.
And rolls. Fuck. 24 points of damage.
Yeah.
That's
Holy
good, but it
shit.
ruins my enemy.
Oh,
Right!
That's what I was about to
no,
say.
it's only by
Yeah,
you.
leave
It's
that
only
right
by
now.
you. It's not by
No,
another.
until she takes damage.
Till she takes damage. Yeah.
That's a dumb rule.
Okay, I like this.
We're gonna house roll this.
Yes.
It's like, you're not really supposed to make sneak attack with range attacks. House rolls.
Whatever.
Yeah. And she takes 89. Not 89.
Oh,
24
Jesus.
points of damage. Alright.
She's
Oh, her
Um,
speed is 0 while she's frightened, it says.
What's up?
It says her speed is 0 while frightened.
Well, she
Just so
can't
you-
move anyway, so
I know,
now
I'm
she
just letting you
definitely
know, even
can't
if that
move.
goes
I guess
away.
she's sinking into the ground? I don't know.
she's moving negative space.
Exactly.
Tries to run away, gets closer. Damn it.
How does this work?
Okay, making it Simone's turn now.
Cool. So I have this spell, Moonbeam.
Oh.
Holy shit, alright.
This is a it is a 5-foot radius cone. Or I'm sorry, it's a cylinder. I'm going to center it on the sister that's now frightened that Irina was fucking up.
Okay.
Let's see. When a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it is
Takes
engulfed
2
in
d10.
ghostly flames.
My last
yeah.
druid had this in Barovia too.
Yeah, it has to make a Constitution save of 13, or it's gonna take 2d10 radiant damage. If it saves, it takes half.
They both succeed.
Well,
That's
We'll
still a
take
lot
half.
of damage though. Like, don't.
so that's 10, so they're gonna take 5 then.
5? Alright. All of a sudden, you guys begin to notice this, like, you see this moon, the light of the moon begin to, like, transform onto the ground as a moonbeam slowly just kind of shifts across the two sisters' profile, and as it does, you notice that their skin begins to burn and smoke begins to sizz off of their flesh. As you see your Earth Genasi friend kind of like shaping the lights of nature in her own way. And is there anything else you would like to do?
I think I'm good where I'm at, because the other thing I want to do is a full action as well, so I'll have to hold off on that.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. So, Kayan, your turn.
Hey, so now I'm gonna use Fighting Spirit.
Okay. You're still attacking the same sister, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. 18 to hit.
18.
Yep.
That is going to hit. Just barely.
I was gonna say, you made me pause for a moment. I was like, no.
That is going to be 9 points of damage.
9.
Yep.
All right. So they're currently kind of in this dueling battle as the claws feel like blades to you as you kind of parry against them and you're getting in your own blows every now and then. But it's kind of dope looking, and it's like you're seeing Kayan just at his best with his katana, just kind of ting ting ting, like every now and then. It's like you notice the the training start to come forward from the various amounts of samurai houses he's belonged to just slowly seep forward. It's a really impressive display. Making it Ismark's turn. And Ismark's going to join in on the fray. That's gonna hit. And the sister is going to take 10 points of slashing damage. And so you see the two kind of like Stark brother Jon Snow, Robb Stark bros, just kind of like Captain America Iron Manning it out right now. With just dealing damage to this one sister. And the sister at this point is like, where once she felt really confident about this fight is like all of a sudden just kind of like taken back really for like, oh shit, I am a cornered cat right now, and I am within an inch of my life. Notice that she's just suddenly taken on too much. But it is now the sister's turn. So, with that flight instinct, Kayan, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
20.
20?
Yeah, another 17.
You notice the green eyes of the hag that you're just continuously, fucking up with Ismark by your side. Her eyes begin to emit a dark, bright green, and as it is, you feel almost sickened or panicked or even sleepy in a weird way. But you just you will yourself back up awake, and you continue the fight still. Jesus fucking Christ, samurai, dude. Samurai, don't fuck. And then the third. And then one of the entangled sisters is going to break free of her entangle spell.
Which one is that?
That is going to be the one that Irina kind of fucked up.
Okay.
Good, she broke free. Now she can't move.
And the other one is not going to break free. However, the one that did, sister number 3, is going to target Irina because she can't target Kayan or anybody else really. And Irina needs to make a wisdom saving throw, which she fails. Now she takes 4d10. Oof. Oh shit.
Yeah, sorry guys.
And Irina falls to the ground, seemingly
Okay.
dead.
Yeah, I'm over it.
Did
Okay.
you take disadvantage on that one?
Huh? What?
Frighten gets disadvantage.
Did not. Well, that's only to attack, right?
Right. Yeah, it's
Frighten
not to
gets
say.
Or it's only to a hit.
On ability checks and attack rolls.
Okay, so it's not necessarily an attack necessarily as it is
Yeah.
just a saving throw. It's a spell.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
that's why I
You
said
notice
sorry.
this shadowy figure just kind of loom over Irina, just kind of like wrap its shadowy claws around her head just, and snap her neck.
She'll be fine.
You sure about that?
It should be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just need to heal her 1 point of health. I mean, I can't do it right now. Sorry, but
Making its the top of the round, Kacha's turn.
Yes. Oh shit balls. Alright, do this again, but I guess I'm just gonna try and shoot again from my current position.
All right, roll to hit.
Am I still hidden or?
Do you want to find out? I do.
Yes. Yes.
No.
Oh. Could I take hide as a free action first?
As a free no.
as a bonus action.
It's a
Well,
bonus
bonus action. Whatever.
I mean, no, because like you would have to move to another rock, so I would have to. You would have to take a stealth roll first, which would be
Okay,
your action,
yeah.
and then you can take your bonus action, try to hide.
Okay. I'll just shoot.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well-
I'll just.
If you fire at one that is like currently engaged with another person, then you still get your sneak attack bonuses.
I also risk shooting one of you.
Well, I mean, are you really that bad?
Ask the dice today.
You've got a mad dex. I would go for that. I would do that.
Okay. If you guys feel safe me aiming my weapons in your direction, then I will do that.
Vathras feels nothing right now.
Oh god, emo drow.
All right. So, who's engaged then?
I am, and Kayan is.
Yeah, so there's
Spoil it.
Hag 1 or Hag 2, basically.
All the
It's-
hags. All right.
It's Vathras, Kayan, Ismark that are currently engaged, and then Simone and Noakes are kind of off it and ranged engaged.
I will aim towards the one that is engaged with Bathurst right now.
Okay.
If you'd not gone with Ismark, we could have accidentally killed Ismark.
Oopsie.
Let's not do
Natural 20.
that. Oh,
Holy shit. Okay.
What?
So, roll your
Yeah.
damage.
Yep. Oops. Oh shit, that's better. 14.
14,
Yeah, plus, sorry, the 2, 16 total.
16 total.
Yep.
Alright. So you kind of aim your crossbow properly and kind of like first person shooter style, you're like, I got it, and you just straight headshot it. And its eye, you notice its eye just kind of just falls out a little bit, Vathras, as you come like flowing it, and you notice the crossbow bolt of where Malkacha hit just kind of stick through just a little bit, and you're like, I know that bolt.
So the eye is still hanging there, to be clear.
The eye is still hanging there.
Mm.
Barely.
The crossbow bolt is sticking out where it used to be.
I got plans for that eye.
Um,
Oh.
Kayan, what was your roll for initiative?
11.
11.
I don't like that at all.
All of a sudden, this is right now. This does not interrupt the initiative, but you do notice over the full moon, what seems like a shadow just start to envelop it. And where once there was bright moonlight, now there just seems to be and it seems as though something is starting to fly towards you. Making it Noakes' turn.
I'm sure nothing bad will happen.
No.
Oh no, guys.
Um,
Hope it's not. Cause I'm in fuck shit up.
okay. So first off, I'm going to use a bonus action to cast Healing Word and on Irina.
Okay.
So do I roll hit points at this point,
Yeah,
or
you
is she
do.
just
You would.
okay?
I'm
Okay.
keep track of everything here.
Okay. That's I rolled a 4, so that's 8.
Okay, she's back up.
And then as my main action, I'm going to hold on, mark that. Okay. As my main action, I'm going to fire my crossbow at the third hag.
The third hag. Okay, roll
Yeah.
it.
And that's no. That's 13.
A 13.
Yeah.
That is not going to hit.
No.
Unfortunately. Is there anything else you would like to do?
No, I'm good.
All right, Vathras, your turn.
Okay. So Vathras is going to stab hag number 2. with
right.
his short sword. And that is going to be a 21.
And remember, you have advantage too. So
Oh, yeah, I know.
Make sure you don't have an.
I have
21
advantage
hits.
twice.
Yeah, definitely.
And then
Advantage doesn't stack, but go on.
that it's the elven accuracy.
Oh, okay. Sure, go on.
And so that's 6 damage from the short sword.
Okay.
And then he's going to slash at her with his scimitar.
Okay.
And that is going to be a 20 to hit.
That hits.
And that is going to be 5 damage. And if you will allow it, he is going to use his scimitar to slice off her eye and eat it.
Ooh.
Sure.
That's,
I'll say you're
that's
able
high.
to grab the eye for right now, but the next round you can.
Oh no, I want to like slice it off and catch it midair with my mouth.
Okay, sure. Shing! You notice, the deadly duo, the former couple, stab. The short sword comes into the hag, and just all of a sudden you see a scimitar, shing, and just grabs the eye and just like, and he starts eating it.
oh boy.
And no, Smolkacha, you know this part of Vathris before. You know this is not a part you want to be around.
Right.
No. God,
That's
the
why.
way he chews is just so annoying.
He was with his mouth open. What the hell?
That's
God.
why. That's why I'm not like once I see that kind of thing. I'm like that's why I'm keeping my distance from him. like.
All right. Irina begins to like wake up and just. Oh shit! And she she gets up, and with her action, she is going to dash
Yes. Run.
her way, not away, but into the windmill.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, into the window.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Yeah. Dope.
Making it Simone's turn.
Okay. I'm going to cast Bark Skin on myself
Okay.
because it's freaking time for me to jump into this thing, I think.
Yep.
So let me mark that off. And Moonbeam lasts for 1 minute, so that's happening again.
So, okay. So the two will make their saving throws. Both fail.
Nice. There's the other one.
Man, I
Oh,
forgot
God.
all about Moonbeam.
Okay.
I don't know
So-
if Bear's in chat, but he remembers this part.
I dropped one of my die. Hang on. Please bear with me. Okay. That is 9.
9?
Yep.
She just said bear with me.
Ha.
I hope you heard that one, bear.
Okay.
You know he's groaning.
Barely heard it.
Yeah, so the sizzling of the skin still begins to emanate, and actually where Vathris just once cut out the hanging eye, you notice that the more smoke just begins billowing from within her skull, just kind of like, and you see smoke emanating from within there. Is there anything else you like to do?
I am going to head down towards the ground
Okay.
off of the overhang, and then I'm good.
Acrobatics check.
Okie doke.
I did not count it for Vathris because he was enraged. I did not count it for Nox because he has wings.
Yo, that's nice. For once I didn't suck on that. That's going to be an 18.
Ooh.
Superhero landing.
I have a
Straight down to
plus
the ground.
0.
The earth kind of fills for a little bit, making it Kayan's turn.
Hey, sure. I'm gonna use my last fighting spirit.
Okay.
Okay, and that is a 19 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
Sure off.
And that is 9 points of damage.
How would you like to do this?
Yeah.
I want to chop her fucking head off.
Okay.
Finish her.
So, in this awesome display of just like ching ching ching, Ismark, and also Ismark kind of tosses you your sword back, and as you do, you parry her hands, kind of spin it around, and just spin your sword backward, and just cut the head straight off, and just you see the neck is just slight motionless for a little bit, and all of a sudden the head just slowly slides off, and her head just falls to the ground. And Ismark notices Irina just dashing past him real quick, and he looks up to the moon and notices that it's blacked out real quick, and he's like, he turns to you, and with his action, his free action, he says, "Get the horses ready. We need to go now. We need to go right now. Get them ready." And he dashes back in with Irina.
For my movement,
Yeah.
I will go head towards the horses.
Okay, you make your way towards the horses, and you get on your war horse right now.
Yep.
Noakes, you see Noakes, and I will say Noakes and Simone notices Kane not only cut off the head of this night hag. You also notice Kane kind of work his way towards the horses and get them ready. And you both heard Ismark say, "Get the horses ready, be quick, move now." And with that, you notice what seems to be a pack of wolves with red eyes start emerging from the forest.
Not these again.
However, they come out and they're not attacking you. They're attacking the hags.
Oh.
Thanks,
And
puppy.
I mean, they're not nice. They look demonic and savage.
Thanks, evil puppies.
I'm a druid. I accept all puppies.
Good
Best place in nature.
And
That's right.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna bother rolling the damage because it's just finish him off. As you notice, a couple dozen wolves begin emerging from the woods behind the old boat grinder. And as you do, you notice that the shadow that once covered the moon is a swarm of bats that is coming swooping into your location.
Yikes.
And you probably have about 2 minutes to get whatever you wanted done before you need to get out of here right now.
I have
Let's-
bad news. I don't think Vathras would stop and not attack those wolves right now.
So I'm going to
But
I'm gonna go up to Vathras, and I'm literally going to I'm literally gonna put, like, I'm gonna be right in front of him, like, grasp his face, like flying up, to reach his face, just grasp his face and says, "We gotta go."
Roll a persuasion check. Bathras
It's
followed
immune.
by a wisdom.
Okay. My persuasion is
As you're doing this, you notice Irina and Ismark coming running out with 2 children. A little boy and a little girl.
natural 20.
Nice.
Thank
Bathras, don't even
goodness.
bother. You
Wow.
shake your head.
I rolled a natural 20. I shouldn't have done that.
Oh,
Oh.
You said don't bother. Leave
He
it.
still makes hits the thing.
Doesn't
I
matter,
can
Bathras,
pick him
you're
up and
shaking
carry
away
him.
as right now the swarm of bats just is circling around a central location right now.
let's go.
And
Yeah.
you see the night hags begin to beg for their life. Not from Bathras, but from something else.
Notes, I need you to be a real pal right now, because Vathras
I can carry him.
Okay, good, because I
it's gonna take me a couple minutes to make this.
can't. All right, so Simone is gonna go grab him, and I'm gonna fly towards our horses and taters.
Okay.
I will ride up the war horse, pulling Ismark's horse behind me.
Ismark throws the unconscious boy on top of it and just begins. He hops back on of it real quick. Irina does the same thing, only throwing it on top of Malkacha's horse, the black horse. And
I throw the unconscious Bathros on top of his horse.
Okay, and you throw it, and you're kind of like, you talk to the horse real quick, being like, follow us real quick, please follow us. And the horse both agrees and just kind of acknowledges as you guys are in a fucking movement right now to get wherever the fuck you need to go. Ismark is like, we need to go right now, we need to leave. And Irina clutches on the back of your horse can and just kind of grasps on tightly as you guys begin noticing a swarm of bats forming some shape of a humanoid figure.
Okay, let's go.
As we go, I am going to cast
The
Healing
night hags
Hands.
scream in terror and beg for their life now.
I'm going to cast Healing Hands on Arena, and she gets back 4 hit points.
Okay. And as you do that, you guys begin sprinting away, running away, and you turn back and you see the figure you saw earlier in your rival feast onto the night hag's necks and skins and starts tearing it apart, just limb from limb, just and it just bathes itself in blood. As
Let's
you
go.
guys rush your distance away.
That could have gone worse.
And from
I mean,
there
yeah.
on-
We almost lost Irina.
And Bathros.
Yeah.
And it's the last thing you guys see as you sprint your distance away off. Do we want to take a break or do we want to end it here? It's up to you guys real quick. To me, it's only 7 o'clock, but for some of you, it's probably like pushing on
9.
10.
10
9?
For
o'clock.
me, it's
Yep.
10, and I did 46 hours this week, so I'm a little tired.
Tired? Why
Yeah.
don't we say we get to the town first?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
I
That,
can
that would
hang
be that would be perfect.
Okay,
Yeah.
so why don't we take a quick 10,
Yeah.
and we'll be right back after. We'll be right back after that.
Right, babe?
Perfect.
Yep. And then, yeah, so we'll see you guys in a little bit. Let me go to chat real quick to see who's in. Oh, speak of the devil, Brian is in, or Bear, rather.
Yeah. Yeah, he came in right during
during break
our last
first.
break.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love the music. It's kind of loud. Sorry, I'm trying to keep it down low on a level, but it's hard to deal with sometimes. But we'll be right back in 10 minutes, guys. We'll see you in a little bit, and then yeah. So we'll see you then. All right. Bye. Okay. And we're back. All right, guys.
What up?
What up?
We're back and we're live. Let me check.
Still muted.
No, you're not.
Still
Am
muted.
I?
Quinn.
There we go.
I am.
Yeah.
You hear me?
There we go. Hi, buddy.
Hey guys. All right. So you guys, let's see where we are here. All right. Oh, wrong chapter. All right. Okay. So, as you guys begin making your way away from the old windmill, just on a complete gallop and sprint away from the entire chaos that was happening, you hear in the background a dreadful scream from the hags and the multiple beggings of life, saying, "Please, Lord Strahd, please, no, no, no," and just the gaggling, and just no, and the blood gaggles just kind of it just emanate forward from a great distance as you guys made your way through the woods and slowly begin trotting down and slowing down. As Ismark says, "I think we're safe.
No.
We're safe. We're safe. Trust me. You can trust me. We're safe. Don't worry."
I'm not stopping until we get to the town.
And Irina's like, please, can we get to the town, please? And he's like, fine. And you just begin still going on a full gallop on top of all of your horses and just.
What's the condition of the children?
They're passed out right now.
Okay, but they're breathing.
But they are breathing, yeah.
Okay.
It is noticeable. And
Bathurst begins to wake up and is very confused as he is slung over a horse that is now in full gallop.
Whee!
Is there any way that I can swing myself up to like actually be riding it?
Roll a dexterity check. Not a saving throw, just a check.
13.
13?
Yeah.
Animal handling.
Yeah, this is where we go bad.
It's
Oh
been
my
nice.
gosh, oh my gosh, this one's above a 10.
Oh my god.
It's a 12.
All right.
Oh!
Yeah, and you're able to. The horse is a little, just kind of, but you're able to hold yourself on. Just.
I like horses. Horses
Yep.
speed us up.
No, Taters is slowly kind of making her way up, like making her way up into this. I think Taters is her in real life, so I'm just saying her.
Yeah.
But, it's just she's doing her best. With full grown like horses, she's not doing it. Malkacha and I'll say Kayan right now.
Mm-hmm.
The small boy is thrown over the top of your horse, isn't he?
He's on Bathrus's.
Vathris, you notice a small boy in the front of your horse.
Of course.
The neck of the
Yeah,
horse.
make sure that you hold on to him. Make an athletics check for me.
Oh no.
Don't say that.
Oh god.
A 13.
You're able to hold on to him as you just notice he's kind of slipping off with the full gallop of it, and you kind of like are able to hold on to his waistband and just kind of like continue your way forward as you're just really confused and perturbed by everything that's happening around you. You're just like, what's going forward? What's going on?
After the day I've had, I don't even question it.
Okay.
I just take it in stride.
Another kid.
Or should I say I take it in Strahd?
Ride.
Oh. Oh.
I love it.
Oh, God, Bear, I'm sorry. that
I'm
was
so happy
pretty
I have a
good.
kid now, so I have an excuse for these jokes.
That was a pretty good one, though.
Who
A
has
child,
the book
it
right
must
now?
be
I
mine.
don't know that.
What?
Who has the book?
I think Bathurst still has it.
Nope,
I
Kayan
have
has it right now.
That was it.
Kane
Oh.
has it.
Kayan.
And
Yep.
until this moment, Malkacha forgot about it.
Yep. I have it.
You notice what seems to be a whisper come from the book, being like, "Give me back, give me back, give me back."
I ignore it.
Necronomicon.
And you guys eventually work your way through the woods in the quick, expedited speed that you're in, just nonstop. You guys eventually, the old Slavic road meanders. Nope. Yeah. The old Slavic road meanders into a valley watched over by dark, brooding mountains to the north and south. The woods recede, revealing a sullen mountain berg surrounded by a wooden palisades. Thick fog presses up against the walls, as though looking for a way inside, hoping to catch the town a slumber. The dirt road ends at a set of sundry iron gates with a platted pair of shadowy figures standing beside them. Planted to the ground and flanking the road outside the gates are half dozen pikes with both heads impaled on them. As you guys approach, you hear, "Who goes there?
Open the door.
Name your business, and then we'll let you in."
We're escorting travelers.
The bride shouldn't be late to her wedding.
"What bride? Who you? It's Ismark, Burgomaster, village of Barovia." And the guards kind of look to each other. And you see the shadowy figures kind of look. "We'll open the gates. Behave yourselves inside, Burgomaster Ismark. We heard of your arrival." And the gates enter the way in and kind of raise up. And you guys slowly but surely work your way inside. And as you do, you enter a town that seems to have recently celebrated a festival. However, the garlands and flowers that adorn the decoration of the village seem a little dead and somewhat used or worn. A slight breeze hangs over the night, and a crowd is about. However, as you guys work your way through town, there's something good about this place. It's not as if the first village you entered, even in Barovia. There's almost a sign of normalcy here. But not just normalcy, you see children kind of laughing and playing about. It's kind of peaceful.
So not everyone's all depressed here?
No.
Do we see anybody without souls?
I don't trust this place.
No, but as you enter, it's kind of refreshing. And as you work your way through, you know, bells and churches start to, be played. And there's this, not only is there this sense of normalcy, there's this sense of like, finally, someplace that's
Not trying to kill us.
not only trying to kill you, but like, you feel welcomed. And some guards approach you as you do and says, "Welcome to Valaki. Now, Ismark, Irina, more than welcome. Make yourselves comfortable wherever you are. The Burgomaster welcomes you, and Lord Valkovich will make sure you enter well." Ismark says, "Thank you. Irina, we should make our way towards it." She's like, "I know." And he watches the state there. So, yes, go there, me. And she kind of turns to you all and gets off the horse can and says, "Thank you. All of you. You probably wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you, but if you don't mind, I think I'm going to take the children to St. Andros Church. They're known for taking in orphanages and orphans along the help in any church. So if you ever wish to check up on them, they'll be there. Goodbye. Thafris, right?
Yes.
Notes?
Yes.
Dwarf dragon. Mal?
It was a pleasure.
It's been fun.
Simone?
Yes. Be well.
You as well. Kayan?
Yes.
And she kind of like jokes like, "Don't make it weird." And Ismark says, "I'm also going to St. Andrew's Church. But, you have my thanks. More ways than one."
Be well.
You as
You're
well.
welcome.
And Malkacha, you notice a little thieves' camp, kind of like a real quick, and says, "Go to the Blue Water End."
Okay, I'm just gonna.
From Ismark, he's just like
Okay.
from that you're able to discern like what that
Yeah.
means.
Obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do like a little thank you.
Gives you a nod back.
Noakes just thinks they're dancing.
From
Noakes
that,
got jokes.
the guard's like, "If you need lodging, the Blue Water Inn is where you'll receive it.
Yeah, where's that?
It's going to be towards the main square of town. We'll see yourself there.
Perfect.
And one of the guards is like, to newcomers, a bit of advice. Don't challenge what the Burgomaster says. It all will be well.
Alright.
Good.
Where can we find the
I told
church?
you this place was weird.
You're gonna pass by it on the way in, don't worry. And they notice two kids kind of like throwing stones at what seems to be one of the other guards, being like, what? And like, hey, you little brats! And they kind of like scurry off and they like start running away and they're like, sorry.
Alright, guys, I'll be right back. I need to step away for a moment.
Go on, do your thing. And so like the two guards start running off after the kids and they're all just like, they're like laughing and playing and like start running along. And the guards follow after them. So, you guys start walking your way into town and guiding your horses in. And as you guys begin working your way into town, Irina and Ismark both part ways around the St. Andrew Church. It's a slouching, centuries-old stone church. Has a bulging steeple and the blackened walls lined with cracked, stained glass windows, depicting pious elven saints. Noakes. Make a religion check for me.
Okay.
A fence of wrought iron encloses the garden of gravestones next to the church.
17.
17.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really serene in a way. No mist kind of surrounds this place. Only the moon. It's really nice. What you notice from the stained chapel windows is what seems to be a depiction of Corlon Lotharian, which is the god of elves.
Oh.
They are they're not the creator of elves. Elves happen to kind of split from their wounds, and elves bled into creation from Corlon.
Okay.
And but also next to Corlon is a young woman, a young elf drow. Not Loth, you're familiar with Loth, with your time in the Underdark. Younger than Loth, silver hair, a great silver long sword on her back. You're not it's just, you've never heard of this deity before, but Corlon seems to be treating her in a daughter-like.
Oh.
Other than that, you're not able to tell too much from it.
Okay.
And you continue your way, make your way, and Irina and Ismark give you your final goodbyes as you begin working your way forward. And Vathris notices this as well as he comes back in. And you could let him know once you finally get to the inn itself. And as you begin working your way in, gray smoke issues from a chimney of this. You enter the main square, and as you do, people seem to be cleaning up after what seems to be a recent festival of some kind. Somebody just recently celebrated something, right? And as you begin working your way deeper into the main square, you work your way in. The shops and homes that enclose this town square are decorated with limp, tattered garlands and painted wooden boxes filled with tiny dead flowers. At the north end of the square stands a row of stocks, rather empty, but it does seem to be the kind of stocks where you'd be used to, like, people would throw rotten food at them and that sort of thing.
Do they look well
in the center
used?
of the square, peasants in patchwork clothes begin to suspiciously eye you as they begin working their way, kind of like taking out the decorations of the recent festival. And you kind of look towards one of the flyers and says, "Come on and come all. It's the greatest celebration of the year. The Wolf's Head Jamboree. Attendants and children are required. Pikes will be provided, and all will be well. And at the end of it, it's signed the Baron. You have no idea what that means. But as you guys are reading this, you notice a large, extremely muscular bodybuilder figure just kind of slip one sign down and put up a new one. Just and all the guards seem to be doing the same thing, just slamming their just hammers against the new wooden surfaces and replacing it with a new banner. And it says, "Come one and come all to the greatest celebration of the year, the Festival of the Blazing Sun. Attendants and children required. Rain or shine, all will be well." And it's also signed, the Baron. And the large tiefling man with an extremely huge arm that seems to be like... Simone, if you had to be sure, it's almost molten-like. Not to the point where you're like, oh, this is one of my brothers. This is a fire genasi, but like, almost partially like, if you just saw the arm, it would have confused you. This is definitely a tiefling. But like, it's an off-putting. You're like, what the fuck? Oh shit.
Bro, you're not my bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What a coincidence.
Exactly. But as this happens, he seems to be issuing commands at the guards, like he's the head of all of them, and they're doing all as he said, just slamming up, this new flyer for this new festival that's going to happen this week. And as that happens, you also happen to come across what you assume to be the place that you're supposedly looking for rumor to say. Gray smoke issues from the chimney of this large 2-story wooden building with a stone foundation and sagging tile roof, upon which you also notice have several ravens perched atop. Not only on the roof, but also on the sign as it slowly... And, the ravens aren't ing as they normally would. But one does, and to Simone, just directly towards you.
Hi.
And a painted wooden sign hanging from above the main entrance depicts a blue waterfall. You expect where you need to be.
Nice.
Sounds suspicious.
The raven kind of flies down, the one that was depicting Simone, and flies on Kane's shoulder.
Does this raven look familiar to me?
It's a raven. Can you really tell?
I don't know.
Roll a nature check. Simone, you too.
Oh god. Ha! That's not a good ha, that's a bad ha. 9.
18.
Hey.
It's the same raven, Simone.
We made it.
Oh, wow.
And it flies over to Simone's shoulder.
Oh.
And starts kind of like nibbling on its ear.
We're friends now.
I think Simone just got a familiar.
As you work your way inside, you give me a minute here. Sorry, it's very descriptive. All right. Damp cloaks hang from pegs at the entrance portico. The tavern is pegged with tables and chairs, with narrow paths meandering between them. A bar stretches along one wall under a balcony that can be reached by a wooden staircase that hugs the north wall. Another balcony overhangs an entrance to the east. All the windows are fitted with thick shutters and crossbars. Lanterns hanging above the bar and resting on the tables bathe the room in dull orange light and cast shadows upon the walls. most of which are adorned with wolf heads mounted on wooden plaques. And as you guys enter, you do notice a few things. And as you do, you notice there's a bard playing what seems to be a nice like flat, a nice tone. It's a rather small area, but it's warm inside. The first time you've felt warm in a long time since you guys left the brothel initially. And as you guys enter, you notice a black-haired female is tending a bar, and a man is going around asking patrons if they would like a drink. And two children kind of like work their way around, like playing and kind of helping at the same time. They're also black-haired, and they're like pouring wine and kind of like splashing in each other's faces. And finally, the man's like, "Stop it!" And both of you. And he's like, We're sorry." He's like, "I know. Just do what you're supposed to be told. Go." And he kind of rushes them along. And they're like, yes, sir. And they both go about and like do their. It's like, oh. Welcome, friends. Welcome to the Blue Water Inn. Please take a seat, no matter wherever you'd like. Of course, it's welcome to all. My name is Milvosh. If you need anything, we rent rooms out for 1 silver piece a night. Food and drink are provided, and we have a nice bath if you ever want to know.
I flip him a silver immediately.
Of course.
I flip a gold piece.
Oh.
Ooh.
You never know how long we're gonna be here.
Mr. Moneybags.
And he's paying for me, by the way.
Fine, I'm paying for the
Shed
other
room?
one. But you don't get your own room.
Husband, wife?
Oh, wait.
Oh, wait.
Wait. No, whatever.
I really thought that was gonna work.
Wait, what's your charisma?
18.
Yeah, you'll do.
Persuasion with no.
No.
Emily.
The intended outcome was, ew, no, I need my own room. I'm a rogue. I want to steal everything.
That's a different kind of writing.
Good game, guys. All right.
It's been fun.
Come on, comfortable.
I'm sure we're able to. Well, we have one room shared out, just so you are all aware. But of course, we can make it do. Don't worry. And for your friend, and he looks to you, Nox, and is like, will you be staying with us as well?
Yes.
Okay,
Please.
of course. And to you, Matt.
Yes.
Okay, of course. So this will pay, sir. This will pay for at least a week, if you're all right with that.
Yes, that'll be fine.
Do you have stabling?
We do. We have a fine stable at the back. It's pretty filled at the moment, thanks to a recent guest. But oh wait, actually, I don't. And he looks to his wife and he's like, "It's not filled at all. He's got his things down at the eastern end of town." I knew that. And she looks to you, and he looks to you. He's like, I knew that. Right. So.
Guest.
Yes, we have a carnival ringmaster, a carnival here in town, apparently.
Wonderful.
Yes,
Always
of course.
enjoyed the carnival.
That man over there, and she points to a half-elf man, with a full mustache and kind of like the bald U-shaped head, and but the hair is a lot more well kept. It's not so wildly, and he's not hiding himself. But he is wearing he's not dressed in the same regal fashion that you saw before. He's almost dressed like a warrior. And you notice he's talking to a hooded red, this figure that is, has this hooded red cloak over him. And he's kind of like, they seem to be in deep the almost philosophical discussion right now.
Kane will make his way over there.
Is the bard playing a song right now?
Yes.
Does Vathris know the words?
No.
Can he pretend to know
He
the
can
words?
make up some words.
Sure.
Vathris doesn't pretend to know words. He on occasion will sing along if he knows the words.
To
Noakes
West Virginia. No.
Noakes is gonna walk up to Simone and look up and go, "Do you know what a carnival is?"
It's a place where merriment is had.
You've had a circus come into town every now and then. The
Isn't
Golden
that the
Fields.
thing?
You're no stranger to circuses.
Isn't that an animal that eats other animals? A carnival?
It's you're thinking about carnivore.
Oh,
Very
okay.
different thing.
We don't get those in the Underdark, so
100%.
I think you'll like it.
And as you begin discussing Kayan, you approach the table, and you notice the hooded figure kind of like turn his way towards you, and you see the portfolio of a really chiseled man, just straight under chin and like strong chin underneath. However, his mustache is blonde and kind of curled in a fashionable way. He takes off the hood, and his temples are shaved, but the top of his hair is long and it's kind of like slicked back to the left side. And he has a slight slouch, as is like a college student almost, like somebody who like kind of pores over books and just like taking notes all the time and just kind of like going over textbooks or not. And Rictavio kind of it's the same demeanor we met him in. He's like, yes, and hello there. Can we help you?
Hi. You don't remember us.
Don't remember you. I've never met you. Sorry, friend. You must have me confused with somebody else.
Really?
Yes.
Well, perhaps we can know each other anyways. And I will sit down and offer my hand to him to shake his hand. My name is Kayan. Are you interested in hiring any muscle for your circus?
No.
Have you ever been to... I can't remember the name of the town we started out with.
Yurtar.
Have you ever been to Yurtar?
Not for some time. No.
Exactly.
I must have been 20-something, barely a boy.
How old are you now?
93.
Do you remember much of the town?
No, it's a port town.
You don't remember anything about what was going on when you got there?
No
A
building.
celebration, perhaps?
No. They were building more. They were building this new bar, this new tavern.
What was the name of it?
I don't remember. Too long ago.
Well, obviously I must be mistaken. I apologize. And can I insight check him to see if he's like lying through his teeth to me? Oh, it had to end sometime. 11.
Not only does he seem to be telling the truth, he seems to be genuinely confused.
Yeah.
And he kind of looks at you, he's like, stay a moment, Brett. Sit down.
I'll sit down.
Let me buy you a drink. Milosh. And he kind of whispers over. Your finest, purple
Tea.
dragon crush. Tea? I've never seen a... It's not just... You're not human.
What do you mean?
Of those Is he human? And Alton kind of looks to you, and you notice his teeth have 2 fangs. No. Yes, no. I don't think so.
What am I?
You'll find out soon enough. And you notice a dagger slam onto the table. Now you're going to tell me, friend. I have been here in this land for 3 months, and I don't have much time or patience for games. Now tell me, did he send you? Because if he did, I will slit your throat right now. And I have faced much more worse than you.
Who is asking this?
Rictavia.
The only he who sent us here was you.
Me? I cannot leave this land.
You did once.
No, I did not.
Well, someone who was pretending to you.
And he takes the dagger and takes it to your throat.
At this point, Vathras walks over because he ain't having none of that shit.
It's fine.
And Vathras nods to Cain, knowing that he's not about to like die or anything. But
You're going to tell me everything. And he notices you. Vathras.
I've been pretty quiet up until this point. Could she sneak behind him and with her dagger and just kind of press it against his back?
Go ahead and roll stealth.
I'm gonna want to roll perception against that.
Okay.
19.
Yeah, I don't see that.
That's what I thought.
All of a sudden, you, Malkacha, you think you are, like, you didn't catch any of their attention. However, you notice the blonde-haired, mustached man kind of, like, look over to you and be like, don't try it, girl.
What, try it? I swear you just said try.
Cain will
So
be.
you see a slight smile in his grin, but the dagger is still pressed to your throat. Cain says,
Cain will give them the entire story.
So
"When did this last happen
Vathras.
to you? You can speak as well, boy. Go on."
I don't know exactly how long we've been here. Feels like
In your age, in your time, what happened? When did this happen?
4 days ago?
He looks to the obvious, the blonde-haired man, Alton. Look to each other. And where did you enter from? This is the first village you came in from.
The village of It's not
Valaki.
Barovia. I
Did
know
you come
that
in
this.
from the village of Barovia.
Yes.
Is this true? And he looks to you, Vathras.
Vathras says, I just look at him and go, yes, this is true.
Malkacha, make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, jeez.
While she's
2.
doing that, I explain. Oh, jeez.
Is this true, girl? You have to tell the truth. Is this true?
Yeah. Okay, I can't just remain silent?
Nope.
Yes. No. I'm sorry. I'm a horrible liar as a rogue.
You're not a horrible liar. You just literally don't have a choice in the matter.
Yeah, you're being compelled to tell the truth at this point,
Exactly.
like
So-
magically. Yeah.
I'm
This-
sorry, guys. I missed that because there's some fighting going on over here.
And as that happens, you feel the compulsion begin to fade. Malkacha?
Yeah. You know
and
what?
the
I
dagger
think
is removed from the throat can. What were you going to say?
So, Vathras just wants to regale to him exactly what happened at the inn that night. So he mentioned, I tell him, I'm like, So we were celebrating at an inn after we had saved a town from a beast.
What kind of
When
beast?
it was a succubus, actually.
No small feat.
Well, thank you. That's not. Thank you, but that's not the point of the tale. You came in mid-celebration, as I recall,
Did I?
and everything fell silent. I recall a mist as you entered, and you threw down a bunch of gold and bought drinks for everyone, and then told us to head north and meet you in Valaki.
And you notice a smile start to emanate from his face as he looks to Alton and says, "That's the best thing I've ever heard in such a long time. We found her. We know where she is. You guys, your group does not know it, but you may have saved a good woman's life. Thank you. Thank you."
Who did we save?
My old student. A young Vistani named Esmeralda. A pupil of mine. I worried about her. It seems she brought you to this world. She didn't know I was here.
Why would she do this?
Because she would have needed help. Because this is her home. Because the Vistani are under the rule of this Strahd von Zarovich. That dread lord. You did good. You did more good than you know.
You're welcome.
How did she take on your visage, and why didn't she come to us as herself?
Octavio starts to look around. Alton gives him a look like, "Don't. It's not worth it." Octavio's just like, "You don't know." Shh. And he removes his ring. And you notice an older half-elf. He would look his mid-40s for a human, but in elven years, he's in his late, maybe hundreds. For a half-elf, he's reaching the end of his life. Well, hopefully you'll forgive me for it, but name's not Octavio.
What is it?
Von Richten. Vathris, make a history check with advantage.
Ooh, with advantage. Still have +0. 11.
Nice.
Rudolph von Richten is a legendary monster hunter.
Ooh.
Now, like, he not only traversed the Underdark, he's slain dragons, he's slain vampires, he's slain pit demons of the 9 hells. Like, this is not a man to be fucked with. And, like, you read a few of the books that he wrote, even in the Underdark. Like, he is that legendary. And hopefully you can forgive me for my disguise. But it was much needed. Let me introduce you to my compatriot. This man's name is, and he's like, "I don't really prefer it to be," and he's like, "It's fucking fine, fuck off." This is Alton. He's a, well, when you've been in this career as long as I have, you learn to tell the good ones from the bad ones, and this vampire right here, he's a good one. The were-ravens here trust him well enough.
Excuse me,
Where?
the what?
Were-ravens.
Of
I look
course.
at the raven that's on my shoulder.
Oh,
It
he's
makes-
already gone.
No.
But yeah, you're able to like get that from him. Like,
He nibbled on your ear.
oh no, it's not so much like he's already gone. He actually would have probably came in, Simone. But he's like, Yeah, no shit. in your ear. He's like, "Oi, this one's not so bad." But Esmeralda, she's the only one who's allowed to come in and out of these parts. So
we're stuck here.
are any of you Vistani? I'm guessing 2 Drow, a Kobold, Genasi, and
Excuse me,
Blonde
he's
aren't any
not a
Vistani.
kobold.
Oh, fuck off, boy. Right?
As far as I'm aware, but apparently I don't know what I am, so.
I'll tell you someday, boy. Don't worry about it. Well,
Do you enjoy being unnecessarily cryptic?
I take some pleasure in it.
I like him.
Carnival master, after all.
I respect you, so I'm gonna be blunt. I've read some of your stuff. You've done some pretty good things. But you're kinda an asshole.
You're not the first one to tell me that, lad. I've been called asshole by dwarves before, so take from that what you will.
This
But
does not
honestly,
surprise me.
you've done good for me. I miss the girl like she was my own daughter. Thank you. Give us a better lead than I ever thought you could. Or
We met
anybody
some-
could.
A better lead.
We met
That's-
some travelers on the road that said you were looking for Esmeralda. They sent their thanks for the rations.
Do you know if they made their way here?
They're not coming here. They're going further on to Kresik.
Good. Safer place, that one. Holy place. This place may seem good, but
It seems interesting.
So
violent
you've been
lights and violent ends, don't they? This place isn't all it seems to be.
Seems to
Don't
be
trust anybody you meet here.
seems to be a new festival every day.
Exactly. Pretty old that, shouldn't
Very odd.
With each one being the best.
they? Exactly.
Mandatory attendance.
Exactly.
So you've been here a while.
Oi.
What's the plan from here if us being here is such a good thing?
Kill the fucking vampire. This fucking dreadlord.
Right, but you're a legendary hunter. I assume you have a plan?
I do. But I need Esmeralda to make sure it goes through. You see, Vistani, they have this gift. They have this ability to draw from cards, to help predict the future. If I'm able to predict it, not just necessarily predict it, but to find out where everything might be at exactly the right time, it could help me rid this land of. Do you actually know where we are, Boyle?
We are in Barovia.
No.
We're in a different plane of existence. We're in another dimension.
No. What?
My friend there likes it.
No. I broke up with him.
Right? Not my place to judge.
Not my place to remember.
Was that the mist?
Oh, there's only been one figure to ever escape these mists. Who wasn't a Vistani?
That one.
Go on, boy, you had a question.
Who was it?
A lich? No. 2. Two actually escaped. One by the name of Vecna, and the other by the name of Lord Soth, a Death Knight. That was a long time ago. Strahd still rule these lands, you know. This isn't your ordinary vampire you have here. This is the first one, the Prince of Darkness, the King of the Undead. I'll kill him. I'll get his fucking heart out.
So, you still have said many things, but have explained absolutely nothing. You said that we helped Esmeralda by showing up here, that she was outside of these mists, but we need to find her within the mists.
No, I'll have to find her. Maybe she'll make herself known to me. But, you say I haven't been out of these mists for a couple months. But Esmeralda, she comes and goes, comes and goes. She's Stony. Strahd loves them. Let them come and go as they please. Some oath they made thousands of years back. But, you let me know she's at least alive. And that's more than enough for me. I thought I was chasing after ghosts, looking for a corpse.
You could have just said that to begin with. I finally
Sorry.
understand.
I'm just more than happy right now. Thank you. And all of a sudden, a messenger comes up. To the threads of fate. Threads of fate. Just as he described. All right, fair enough. Letter for you. There you go.
I'll grab it. Open it up.
Does anybody want to grab it beforehand?
No, I'll let Kyan.
Yeah, I'm okay with this.
What's
Okay.
it say on the front?
To the threads of fate.
Does it have a from?
Is it?
You look
Wait,
on the
is it
back,
heavy?
and it has a black wax seal.
Is there a bee on it?
There is no bee, but there is a raven, and a castle in the background.
Oh boy.
Open it,
What?
open it, open it,
Yep.
open it, open it,
Yep.
open it, open it, open it.
I open it and I read it.
Oh, fuck.
Dies.
As you do.
I'm so scared.
Mm-hmm.
You feel a welcome. And it reads,
Thank goodness I am starving.
Quinn, the music was too loud. The room couldn't hear what you said.
ah!
Oh
Letters.
I didn't realize what the volume was at.
no! Numbers. And it was a little quiet even for me to hear.
Okay. So, from what it says,
It was very beautifully dramatic, too. but-
my friends, know that it is I who have brought you to this land of my home, and know that I alone can release you. I bid you dine at my castle. I bid you dine at my castle. We can meet in civilized surroundings. Your passage here will be a safe one, and I await you. Your host, Strahd.
I will fold up the letter.
Burn it.
I don't know.
Burn it.
I wouldn't if I were you. And Rudolph kind of grabs it from your hands and meet the man. See what he has to say.
Is there like a +1 in there?
I mean, it was addressed to your party.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Rudolph,
The red.
have you ever considered joining an adventuring party?
He looks to Alton and says, Alton's like, I very much doubt I would be allowed back in my master's realm. Or, sorry, wrong accent. Alton kind of looks to him and is like, I very much doubt I would be allowed back in my master's realm. There you have your answer, boy.
well, I think we know what we gotta do.
Go to bed.
Oi, meet the man.
Drink.
If he says no harm will come to you, no harm will come to you. Strahd was, first of all, before he ever was this Dark Lord or this prince, a warrior, a man of honor. And warriors keep to their codes of honor. At least Strahd does.
He said no harm will come to us on our way there.
Strahd doesn't deal in terms of semantics, from what I understand. When he keeps his word, he keeps his word.
All right.
You seem incredibly trusting of something you consider to be a vile creature.
Know your enemy before you know your friends. I know this man. I've been playing a game of chess with him all of my life. Because of Alton here, mostly.
So speaking of Alton, Alton, I have a very blunt question for you.
Go on.
How the fuck is a vampire like yourself able to not be an evil son of a bitch?
Because I did not come here of my own free will. I was a lot like one of you once. And he points to Simone. I was one of the avowed of the Candlekeep. A student of magic. Not a druid. I know it. And the evil fucker turned to me. Like he turned that mad mage up on the mount.
Right. I don't know much about vampires, but what little I've read... Oh, I should probably ask. Do I know that vampires usually listen to their master's commands? Because I feel like that's pretty common if you know
Roll
anything about
intelligence.
vampires. Okay. I just realized I might be metagaming a little bit. 13?
I mean, they do. But they are able, with painful resilience, able to resist their masters.
Gotcha.
It's like a geese spell, like they take D10 magic damage over time. But, Alton kind of looks at you and says, it's not fucking easy, but I fucking give it every goddamn chance I get, because I fucking hate him for turning me into this shit. And he points to his neck where the bite holes still are from Strahd, and he points to his teeth. And Esmeralda, she was the first one to find me in the Underdark. Cowering away like some fucking rat. When she gave me the opportunity to come back here, I fucking took it. I hope she isn't dead. I sure as fuck hope she isn't dead.
How did he leave and come back? I have so many questions. Oh my god.
Because he came back with Esmeralda.
Right.
And he
because
escaped with Esmeralda.
Ah, okay. So you're saying that the Vistani can help us leave?
They won't help you do it. Unless they're mad at me for Vistani, and even then, probably not.
Then why were you allowed to leave once?
I wasn't. I came back here. I found Esmeralda, I took her under my tutelage, and we left together.
Okay.
Bathurst is thoroughly confused and he just decides to go to bed. He's had enough.
There's one.
Staying in this town for long.
What's up, Can?
Will you be staying in this town for long?
For the foreseeable future.
Okay. And we can find you at your circus. Or here.
Both. My circus is here. I'm Rictavio here, just so you know, and he slips the ring back on.
Of course.
Right.
But if you ever need to find me anywhere else, you can find me here. And he pulls out your map and he marks a X on it. And it's a mark far east of Kresik. And seems to be in the middle of nowhere, but it's outside the woods.
Okay.
But for right now, before you meet this burgomaster, go meet Lord Strahd. I bet you he is waiting for you outside the gates.
Nope. Nope.
Bed first. We're very tired.
Yes, we need a rest. Then
We need a long rest.
we will go
But
meet
I will
Strahd.
say this much. If you do not meet him, there will be hell to pay.
Like, immediately go meet him?
Yes. You can rest on the way there. Shit, he may offer you food and lodge finer than whatever this shithole has to offer. And Milovich is like, hey! He's like, just saying, refund them their coin, the Lord of the Strahd, he says, gives them free room and drink. And he's like, I didn't know that, of course. Here, everything is free of charge. And he hands you back all of the coin you paid. He's like,
I do not accept it.
you need to. No. You literally, you need to. Go.
Kane will take his.
And he actually
I
kind
know,
of
I
pushes you out of the end. He's
he
like,
will-
go, but all of you, go.
He will.
I'm sorry for the inconvenience. If you are guests of Castle Ravenloft, we bid you a good journey and a good day. And he slams the door on you.
Okay.
Wow.
I kick a gold coin underneath the door.
Okay.
What the hell, dude?
They're obviously.
One day, Malcacho, when you develop a conscience, you'll understand.
They're probably going to get punished for taking your money.
Yes.
See, no, you're right.
We'll
That
save
isn't.
them long before then.
Perhaps you're more evil than I thought, Bathurst.
Okay.
Eh,
So we're gonna head towards the castle, I guess.
And as you do, you notice a regal-looking woman in noble clothing kind of approach you. Older,
Okay.
very gaunt-looking. Kind of it's like the threads of fate.
Yes.
Esmeralda.
No, my name is Watcher, and it is an honor to meet all of you, especially two of the Drow. An honor I have never made such an acquaintance before. Lord Strahd is very pleased to meet each of you, as well as you, Lady Winston. Please,
Very
everybody,
unnerving.
this way. And she
This
kind of
is-
holds herself up in high regard. Begins working her way to the town's gates. You should know Strahd is quite happy to make you.
I use all of my lay on hands because I feel like horrible things are about to happen.
Do not worry. No. No harm will come.
Vathras, sometimes we just need to be. Just go with
And
it.
you notice the same horseless black carriage with the single lighted torch lamp at the gates. This way.
Nope. Oh gosh.
Gates open, and the door opens rather. We'll be
So-
waiting for you upon your return.
So Vathras is pretty much being dragged along with everybody else.
Yep.
This is under severe protest.
Don't worry, young boy. Your demon kept at bay. That's where we'll
Oh,
end.
bef-
Damn.
Yikes.
You
Before I was
okay?
scared. Now I'm thoroughly spooked.
All right, guys. So, how was it as you guys go on
Awesome.
to meet your first official introductions to Lord Strahd? This should
I don't
be
like
so exciting.
I don't like it.
So
This is gonna end
excited.
poorly.
Hey. Actually, this sounds very interesting, and
Episode 3 TPK.
I'm looking. No, come
I-
on.
Look,
We made it past episode 2.
Word.
I
I'm
almost-
honestly impressed none of you fucking
I was-
died.
I was pretty
I am
sure
impressed.
that I was gonna get all of you guys killed. Sorry.
As soon
Good job,
as
guys.
I attacked and got both of those hits, and she was just like, "Yeah, I'm totally fine." I'm like, "Okay,
Goodbye, sweet world.
This is where I die.
this is how I die."
So
Saving
let
children.
me turn to chat real quick.
Yeah,
See
chat's
what's
funny.
happening.
Dinner with bag of dicks.
All right, yeah, that's Brian's
Twitter.
good old name for Strahd. Cleric Thea.
Oh no.
No, honestly, no. I'm being dead serious right now. Brian has no idea how I'm gonna run this Strahd. So like I said, it's completely different from what's in the module, what's from everything. If honestly you wanted to know like how I'm gonna run him,
No spoilers.
No spoilers.
think
Don't
a
tell
mix
us anything.
between
Nope.
La, 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 la.
La,
exactly.
la, la.
Think a mix between William Darcy and kind of Dracula. I guess is the best way to put it. So
And back.
but yeah, I mean, like Brian, like when I ran it for Captain Sugar Bear, like Strahd was ruthless, but this Strahd he has more rules. So yeah, exactly. So excited. Tuesday is Shadowrun, right?
Yeah.
Right, Adam?
Yep. Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central, because I can't do math and know what other people's
7
Time
p.m.
zones
Eastern, 4 p.m.
But it's the same time as this.
Is it?
Same
Yeah.
D time.
Yeah, it's D&D time. It's 6 o'clock. Tuesdays and Thursdays and Fridays.
So
Now
4
we just
p.m.
need-
my time. So
yeah.
Now we just need 5 more shows to fill out the week.
Yeah. But it is on I can do this because I have the permission.
TK is in the chat too.
He is.
Yeah.
But this is easier.
Hi, TK.
Hey.
Hello.
What?
So at that address that I posted on the thingamajig, Yeah, it's going to be hilarious and fantastic and terrifying.
Yeah.
You know,
Potentially less terrifying than Pierce of Strahd, but it depends. I have no idea what we're going to be doing, so it's going to be great.
And
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
say this much for you guys: level up to level 5 for me.
Yes.
Whoa. We
gonna
didn't.
be
Awesome.
It's gonna be over in 13 episodes.
And Malkacha,
Mm-hmm.
I'll let the rest of your party know this. You have 350 gold pieces, pretty much.
Yep.
Yep. I figured it was something ridiculous.
Yeah, figured.
I mean,
That's
I have
okay.
nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Exactly.
I have 1 gold because I gave my money to Vathras.
I have 10 gold because every time I try paying for something, people give me my money back.
Simone, I didn't need that money. You have your money back.
Aw, now I have to keep track of money.
Oh, that's fine. I could be your bank. That's cool.
I honestly thought somebody was gonna die tonight with a night hat.
Oh, yeah.
I
I
was
did
like,
too.
I was
It
at
was
1 hit
close.
point.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I crowd controlled the fuck out of everything.
And Arena.
Well, it's also helpful that the healer has wings.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And for those in tune with the stream, I'll say this much. We may have more planned in the future. I'm not sure how this is gonna work, but
Aw, crap.
not with you guys in particular, but with Brian and me. There's something I've always. We'll announce it later, maybe.
Oh my gosh.
But
The literal worst.
yeah, exactly. We're talking Sunday during the Super Bowl with a lot of bourbon, and a lot of plans to be had. But
Oh, that should be great.
Yes. If Marthas dies, we get a bard.
Yes.
That is truth.
is that
Like-
really?
Regardless of what any other rules for anything, like somebody was asking about PC death, and regardless of anything on ruling of that, if Vathras dies, we get a bard.
Yeah,
Like-
and he will be a dwarf.
Mm-hmm.
A dwarf bard?
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'll
That
be
is-
talking like a dwarf bard.
Like no matter what anybody else thinks about
Do
anything,
not give me
Marthas
any
dies.
more incentive to kill.
That's why,
Vathras.
please don't make me die, because I'd have to talk in a really bad accent for many
No,
years.
I may have planned an entire character arc around this. So.
Don't die.
You
if
heard it
Vathras
here.
dies, we
I'm
bard.
invincible.
You're a loony.
Aye.
So,
it's mine.
Vathras. So, just so you know, Noakes. I let Noakes know what he saw, but earlier, Vathras.
Oh, yeah.
Were you
yeah.
filled in?
No. We
No.
we hadn't had a chance. So
We
Go
should have
on and
done.
explain that to him real quick. Sorry.
when we were going by the church, the stained glass windows, there was a depiction of Coralon, the god of elves, and there was another depiction of a young elf drow female that kind of made it look like he was a daughter of his,
Hey.
or very doddering.
Well, I mean, Coralon is like
yeah.
gender neutral.
Agender?
That,
But
yeah.
but the it wasn't Lolth. It was something that I had never seen before, or heard of.
Female drow who wasn't mean to me.
What?
I think that's a pretty mythical creature.
Roll religion
Fair
check.
assessment.
Oh yeah, roll religion.
Natural 20.
Oh!
Yeah.
2 religion points. Give yourself 2.
Oh.
She's upset because everyone else went to bed and I'm the only one with the light still on.
Oh. Yeah.
That means you're the fun one.
Mm-hmm.
And the one I must annoy because you might give me food.
It's not time.
Okay, that's funny. is funny. Okay.
And just to make it sure with everybody on the stream, Coralon is very gender fluid. Very that's lore. So, but yeah, until next time, we'll see you guys here next Thursday.
Friday.
Thank you
Friday.
so much. Yeah, Friday.
It's Friday.
Exactly.
Friday night.
Friday.
4
gotta
p.m.
be on
PST,
Friday.
6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Central.
No.
7
6 p.m. Central,
Eastern.
7 Eastern.
And I'm 5 Mountain. Woo, Mountain
All right.
time, baby.
I thought we got all 4 time zones.
I thought we
Thank
did
you,
too.
Maddie.
Yeah, no, we're
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we're not only like across the country, but we're international. So
And depending, I have to check with our next guest. Our next guest maybe, but we maybe have our first guest PC joining us.
Nice.
Ooh.
Right
Nice.
on.
I have to check with him, but I think we may be in the same time sync there.
Bear
but-
said I'll be there from the beginning next Friday.
Yay!
Guest confirmed.
yep.
Yes, confirmed.
Thank you, Bear.
Who could that be? Uh-oh.
Maya, hush.
It's not him. So,
He changes
Who
all of
could
his
it
plans because we
be?
found
Not
him out.
Bear.
exactly. But yeah, until next time, guys, we'll see you here every Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Central,
7
7
p.m. Eastern.
Eastern. Thank you.
5 p.m. Mountain.
5 Mountain, baby.
5 Mountain. I know that
Um,
because SDSU is in the Mountain Conference, but kiss my Aztecs. But until then, we'll see you next time, guys. So say bye.
Thank you
Bye-bye.
guys.
Bye.
We love you.
You're all awesome. Bye.